That's funny.
I just had to cut you off there, dude.
For the best, man.
Just straight, I'm not trying to hear it.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair.
So let me know if I start like lagging or anything with this camera and stuff.
We'll do. No, everything looks and sounds good though.
Nice. Thanks, man. Dude, yeah, I fucking. When was our last show? When was the what was it? The Christmas we did a Christmas 2 dudes.
Yeah, I think that was about this time in December. It's about a month ago. Yeah,
dude, lots happened since then, man.
Lots happened. I watched a lot of movies since then. We started a whole last new year.
Dude, a whole new year. Fucking
so far, so good, man.
Dude, yeah, everything's going pretty well. So Christmas night, I got taken out by that flu.
Dude, I was fucked up like 2 weeks.
Bro, I was fucking leveled. That shit took me out. Like it was just bad. So I spent the entire like interim between Christmas and the New Year just kind of retarded, like just kind of taken out of the game.
Just trying to recover. Yeah.
And then like I had to go right back into work and do like a 6-day work week. And it was just like I was just like trying to recover, and it was just brutal. And now I don't know if you can tell, I might sound kind of congested. I think I just kind of have, maybe I don't sound as congested as I feel, but like I just been mad stuffy. Like my nose isn't really running or anything like that. But like when I was trying to sleep last night, just mad stuffy nose.
It's the worst. Dude, do you use saline solution? Not Afrin, but just straight saline. Dude.
Not regularly.
Bro, a couple years ago, I literally like in the winter a couple years ago, I hate sneezing. Fucking despise sneezing with a passion. So I got the saline solution, used it, cleared me up really well. I have been using it every day since then, and it has materially improved the quality of my life. No shit. It's like $4. Go get one. It's fantastic.
Every day?
Every day. In the morning, like first thing in the morning, I go and I just do like one spritz in each nose. Golden.
Isn't that like an as needed kind of thing?
Yeah, but it's not. It's literally just saline. So it's not like a medicine at all. It's not like Afrin or something where there's like.
Afrin's the one I'm thinking where you can't just like rip that constantly.
Yeah, that's more of like chemicals and stuff, whatever. But I'm not even exactly sure what saline is, but it's like more natural or neutral.
Some kind of naturally dissolvable thing. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, but no, it's the shit. Highly recommend.
Yeah, dude. So just shit's been fucking retarded. Am I allowed to? Did we take Did we take that one back? Am I allowed to say that? I feel like people started taking that one back.
Not sure. It's fine with me if you're asking me.
It was very much off limits at one point. For a good while, and like only now do I feel like I could be totally wrong. Maybe I'm getting canceled as we speak. But yeah, dude. Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff in the pipeline. Channel's been pretty quiet since the new year. Haven't really gotten much out, but I'm working on stuff behind the scenes. I don't know if I want to talk about that just yet. But like, I'm gonna work on my. There's a couple more movies I still want to see before I do like my top 10 of the year. I am still gonna do that. I feel like you can kind of do that at any point in January, really.
Yeah. It's like once you get to February,
it's a little too late. But yeah, I mean, there's just not a lot coming out in January, anyway. So that's definitely gonna come soon. Tomorrow night, I'm gonna go see 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple.
Dude, what is good with that? Didn't the other one just come out?
Yeah, last year.
So how, and is this like just another direct sequel?
It's a sequel to that movie.
I feel like that's been like they've been doing that more. Like where they're like, yeah, we're gonna make a movie, so like let's just fucking make 2 of them at the same time.
There's gonna be another one after this one. It's a trilogy. Yeah, no, it's Danny Boyle and Alex Garland, who are the boys who made the very first one.
Mm.
And like 28 Days Later is phenomenal, by the way.
Dude,
I don't
I need to watch them, man. I haven't seen any of them.
It was a huge blind spot for me for the longest time. And then leading up to the new one coming out last year, I was like, all right, like these are big horror blind spots for me. Like I need to just finally check it out. And I was floored by how good it was.
Really?
One of the best zombie movies ever.
Mm.
People will be like, it's not a zombie movie. It's because they're like, it's like a rage virus or some shit. They're zombies. They're effectively zombies.
They're not zombies.
The zombie, like it transmits the same way for the most part. It's like, although it's like instead of getting bitten, like getting bitten will do it, but even if you just get some of their blood on you,
Fuck, that sucks.
or not necessarily, maybe not necessarily on you, but like in one of the movies, I don't want to spoil anything.
If you lick some of their blood, kind of thing.
If it gets in you, you're fucked. So it is kind of unique in that sense, but the first one's great. The second one, 28 Weeks Later, it's cool. Not anywhere near as good as the first one. And
Doesn't
then
totally drag down the whole thing though.
No, not at all. And then 28 Years Later was fucking dope.
Okay.
One of my favorites of last year. It's in the top 5 for me.
Damn.
So I'm super hyped for Bone Temple, dude.
It looks really sick. Has Ralph Fiennes been in the other ones?
Just the last one.
Okay.
Just years from last year.
Are they all? So like, there's going to be 5 now after this trilogy.
Yes.
And is that a direct, like, from the very first, from 28 Days to the end of this trilogy? Is it pretty, at least it's the same world?
So it's the same world, but each movie, there's no like returning characters. It's almost anthological in that sense. However, Cillian Murphy is in the first one, and he's apparently going to make an appearance in this one, and then he'll have a larger role in the final one. So it'll kind of bring everything full circle. But outside of that, there's no returning characters or anything like that.
Oh yeah, he's that young buck in the first one, right?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I feel like I watched part of that at like Clyde's house or something. Like
very possibly. I think he was big into that movie.
I feel like I was like doing something. Like I was like playing Xbox above him, and he was just like sitting at his desk, just watching a full-on movie. It's like I feel like it was something like that where I kind of saw some pieces of it, but I wasn't watching it, kind of thing.
Pretty common occurrence over there at Clyde's.
Yeah, shout out Clyde. I do gotta watch those though.
Dude, yeah, those were great. So yeah, I'm excited as hell to go see that tomorrow. So I'm gonna probably do a review on that real quick. We got Hollow Notes in the house. What's up, bro?
What's up, huh?
Always a pleasure to have you. Dude. So yeah, we're gonna talk about 2026 movies. I have a list pulled up that somebody random made on Letterboxd, and I'm just gonna go through it and pick out the ones that look interesting to me. And what I need to do is make my own list, because they got a lot of shit on here that I have no idea what it is.
Dude, I real quick, I pulled up one of those like It's Mojo or whatever, like YouTube videos. You know what I'm talking about?
Welcome to Watch Mojo.
Yeah, like that shit. To be like, it's like just like 10 movies coming out 2026. Like, let me just see like what is like the average person who doesn't really care. Like, what movies does Mojo think they should be excited about? And it was mostly trash, but it was pretty funny to.
I need some examples.
Wuthering Heights was like the first one, which actually is probably great.
Dude, I mean, we could talk about that. So that trailer looks fucking great, actually.
I'm familiar with the book.
I fucking hated her last movie, Saltburn. Did not like Saltburn.
Oh, the other director?
Saltburn. Yeah, she made a movie called Saltburn from like 2 years ago. Extremely
divisive one.
Yeah, I did not like it.
Okay.
Sydney Eubanks is back. What's up, man?
What up,
nice
Sydney?
to see you. Thank you for joining us. All right, so first and foremost, man, I gave you a little bit of homework. You probably would have watched these anyway, but we got to talk about Marty Supreme, dude.
We do need to talk about Marty Supreme.
We've talked about it a little bit. but now is our time to really hash this out. So I know you don't keep like a running list or anything on Letterboxd or anything like I do of like your favorite movies of the year and all that stuff. But
I have
where
a
does
top
this
three from
rank?
last year.
If you want to hit me, if you just want to hit me with that to kind of set the table here, by all means.
So of things that came out last year, number 3, Marty Supreme.
Marty
Uh,
3.
Marty at 3.
All right, go ahead.
At
Sorry.
2, at 2, I got Weapons.
Fuck yeah.
And number 1, One Battle After Another.
Damn, dude, you liked it that much.
Dude, I fucking love that movie, man.
Dude,
It
it
is
was so
fantastic.
good. What we're gonna get to that one as well.
Yeah.
I think we have the same exact top 3, just in like reverse order.
Flipped. Oh, it's funny. They're all fucking great. They're all 5 out of 5 easily. They're
My
great.
first is Marty is my favorite. One battle is One Battle third. It's the same 3. I can't remember the placement.
You did just send me like that photo of like your top 16 or 20 or some shit.
So Weapons is 2, but honestly, you could put One Battle in that spot, like depending on the day that you ask me.
Yeah.
Dude, and we actually saw a good amount of movies this year together. Like, we saw Phoenician Scheme, that Wes Anderson joint. We saw Life of Chuck, which I really enjoy. That was my number 1 on the year for a minute. It's sitting at number 5 now, but still really liked Life of Chuck. And we saw that Frankenstein.
Frankenstein was great, dude. But I kind of forgot about Phoenician Scheme. Benicio has had had a great year,
dude.
Some great roles this year.
Benicio had a great year, and Josh Brolin had a great year because Josh Brolin was in Weapons. He was in The Running Man, which I didn't actually like very much at all. But he was in that.
I need to see that.
And he was in the third Knives Out movie, Wake Up Dead.
Oh wow!
So he had a pretty big year this year.
I like Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin is that boy. All right, so Marty Supreme.
Yeah.
Where do we start?
Well, okay, so it's been interesting seeing this is the first Josh Safdie film that's just Josh Safdie, right?
Yes.
Love the Safdie brothers, Uncut Gems, Good Times, fucking fantastic films. And this is the first time like this year they went separate ways. Not separate ways, but they just like did their own thing, right? I'm sure they're fine. And it was I was going into it, it was interesting to be like, all right, like is this gonna feel like how tonally similar to their previous stuff is this gonna feel? I haven't seen Smashing Machine, which sucks because I'm sure I'm gonna really like it, and I wish I had that to compare and contrast to. Like
I still haven't seen it either.
But Marty Supreme was definitely like a Safdie brothers film still, right? It had that like very kinetic, very fucking anxiety inducing. They do that thing where they somehow like things ramp up and get worse and worse and worse in a way that like nobody else has really like done other than like Ari Aster, but like that's slightly different.
Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying. We got our boy Dark Room Reviews. How are you doing, sir? Thank you for joining us tonight. We're just chilling on this Wednesday night talking about Marty Supreme. Dude, yeah, it's interesting as hell anytime you have a directing duo and then you see them kind of split and make their own films. And this is where having seen Smashing Machine would really be helpful. But like it's an interesting thing because it's like I've seen so much internet discourse around Marty Supreme. And honestly, the only criticism that people really seem to be able to level at it is that it's just Good Time and Uncut Gems. It's like the same exact story structure. Like it's got that chaotic energy to it. I mean, I can't disagree with that. Like it's very much there. Like I don't really see how you could be like that's not the same. Like it's kind of the same.
Yeah,
but that doesn't seem to be the thing with Smashing Machine. So it's like this just seems to be a Josh Safdie thing, which is interesting. What's up, Eli? Good to have you. We got all the boys in the house tonight.
Slash that shit.
Thank you, guys. So what do you think? What do you think about that?
What do I think about that? Well, yeah, I mean, it definitely is like he's very consistent, right? And it does seem like he probably I don't know exactly like how do him and Benny split up like workload when they're working together, when they're writing together. I don't know, but given how similar this is to their other stuff, you have to assume that like Josh is pretty heavily involved, maybe more so than Benny, in the screenplay, like actual writing process. Again, but, like I didn't mind, right? And I do think that like maybe like the structure is similar in the way that he kind of like stacks the series of events and like overlaps them is similar, but they all three of these movies have very varied casts and like core people.
What's
What
up,
up,
Jeff?
John?
Jeff.
Jeff John Doe Duggo, got it.
Don't matter. Oh shit.
What up, Jeff?
We got Alex.
What's up, Alex?
What's up?
What's up, dude?
What's good, bro?
Um,
So yeah,
but
no,
like,
go ahead, continue.
like, yeah, there's lots of similarities, but like it's not like each one isn't like saying the same thing. They're not actually telling the same story. The characters and the character arc and like the resolutions to the
Very
extent
different,
that like
especially in
they're
the
super
ending
different.
of this
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
No, I mean I agree. It's an interesting. You see directors make like unofficial trilogies, where like they're
Mm,
totally different stories, but like they share the same themes. Like John Carpenter has like the Apocalypse trilogy, which consists of like The Thing, and I think it's Prince of Darkness and Mouth of Madness. I could be mixing up one of the
sounds
movies
sick.
there, but they're called like the Apocalypse trilogy because it's just about the world ending.
Mm,
And directors do that a lot, so it's not uncommon. And the other thing is, it's like it doesn't matter if it fucking rules. Like if it's
yeah,
fucking dope, which it very much is here,
yeah.
I don't really see the problem. So it's like obviously Twitter is not a place to go to for like nuanced opinions.
Not at all.
But you can't help but see it sometimes. And like I saw somebody say like this motherfucker got away with just making the same movie 3 times, and I'm like, not really.
Dude,
Like,
and
but
also,
that's his style though too. Like no one people criticize Wes Anderson for making the same movie like 12 times. So, it's just such a I don't it's very much a nothing burger of a complaint to me.
yeah, totally agree.
So
Something that gets lost there. Oh, sorry, go.
I just wanted to see what you thought about that. That's all.
Yeah, no. I mean, you know how I am with like public discourse on things. Like, I don't really care. And like,
No, for sure. It is interesting to like bring to talk about it though, right? Because you and
no, for
I can
sure.
have we can
Yeah,
we can distill this stuff and kind of cut through the bullshit and be like, what's the actual conversation there?
yeah. No, and I say that to like bring up the fact that like I'm not plugged in. I mean, like I don't care, as in like I'm not paying attention to it. That's just like
For sure.
those aren't my feeds, so like I'm not like I'm just not taking that in. But dude, like part of the something that argument misses is that like making movies is super hard. So if you can make 3 banger movies that like are kind of similar but they all hit, like how many people are able? How many people go and make one movie and then try to do another one, and everyone's like, "Damn, that was the other like that one movie he made was good. Everything else was trash." Like that happens all the time. So for somebody to go and just make like a bunch of very tonally consistent bangers, fine, cool with that.
Dude, it's honestly such an achievement because like the movie got people to care about ping pong.
Yeah,
Impressive in and of itself. It's A24's most profitable movie ever.
really.
Yes, dude. And like
Shout out
so much of that I have to attribute to Timothy Chalamet and this incredible marketing campaign that he's been on. I
Yeah,
mean, he's just been doing side quest after side quest,
he
doing
has.
all this crazy shit, all this stuff with SD Kid, like tying this like phenomenon that kind of sprouted organically and like harnessing that as promotion for your movie
It's great.
is fucking genius. It's great for SD Kid. Like people are listening to SD Kid. Like it's just a win-win for everybody. And
It's
it
so
just
funny.
makes Timothy Chalamet it makes him feel like such a. I know it's stupid to say this about any like celebrity, but it makes him feel more grounded and like one of us, more so than I could say about any other, like, you know what I mean? Like he
Yeah.
feels like a real guy's guy and just a chill dude. Like the fact that
Yeah,
he's willing to
guys.
do this shit. I got guys. Tell me I got guys.
Yeah, my guys are outside. Yeah.
I was just outside. I didn't see no guys. All right, sorry. Jeff says ping pong hasn't been this relevant since Forrest
Ooh.
Gump. Dude, the ping
God,
pong in
Forrest
this
Gump,
movie,
great.
I wish there was more of it. I wish there was
Yeah.
more of it. The
Actually,
finale between Timothy or between Marty and Endo was fucking intense. And like I love the way that was structured because it's not the tournament setting. It's this exhibition, and he kind of makes it into something like he raises the stakes where there shouldn't really be any. And it was like I almost didn't want Endo to lose.
dude,
Like
yeah,
they do a great job of humanizing him.
he's
You
great.
see all the other Japanese people's reactions when he starts to lose, and they're getting all depressed and shit. And I'm like damn. And then it's like when you juxtapose that with Marty, that's the other thing is it's like he's not a good guy in this movie, and
No,
that's
he's
another
really
thing
not.
where media literacy is kind of suffering because people online are like confused about whether they're supposed to root for Marty in this movie.
You're like, yeah,
And it's gray, man, because he's a flawed character, but he's got a lot of charisma, and
dude, he's
and
saucy.
and that's how he gets you. That's how he gets people to do what he wants them to do, is because he's so charismatic, and he's kind of playing people just to kind of get what he needs from them.
Very much so.
And yeah, it's and then it kind of all comes to a head in the finale, and people are like, what does the finale mean? Because it's like, so my read of the finale, right, where he sees his kid for the first time, and he spoilers for Marty Supreme, by the way, everybody, if you haven't
Oh yeah,
seen it, sorry, but we got it. We're going into all of it here. So as far as I'm concerned, Marty knew that was his kid the whole movie. He kind of denies it initially. He knows
heavily denies it, dude.
Yeah, the
He's like,
lengths
go home.
to which he goes through to deny it are pretty funny, actually. Talking about his like pull-out game and everything.
Dude.
Super funny. But then when he finally sees the kid, first of all, I'm expecting like an Uncut Gems style ending here, where this is not going to go well, because the last time we saw Rachel, she had gotten fucking shot. We don't even know if she's alive at this point,
dude.
right?
I thought they were gonna kill her in that scene, and I was like, no. I was like, it was crazy. I thought they were gonna straight up kill her in that scene. I thought they were gonna kill a pregnant girl in the scene. I was like, I didn't think we were going that way.
Dude, I didn't either. And it's like we've almost been conditioned, if you're a Safdie brothers, or if you're a Safdie fan, like you don't expect this to go well.
Yeah,
like
anything's on the table. Yeah, that was on the table. Like that happening to her was on the table.
Dude, especially in that finale at that like farmhouse. I'm like, this like it's so chaotic. You have no idea what's going to happen at any given time. So he gets back and he sees the kid, and it's like, it's like he has this whole goal in his head of like what he wants to accomplish. And then once he finally does, which is beating Endo, like that's his whole thing for so long. And then it's like, where do you go from there once you've kind of achieved your goal? And once he's done that, he's almost got to like reevaluate everything. And
Yes.
a friend of mine in this Discord that I'm in was at a screening of this movie where Josh Safdie was in attendance.
Fucking sweet.
And he shared it. He shared an anecdote that I'm going to share with you guys, which is that for the longest time, Josh and Benny were trying to get Uncut Gems made. Like that was their goal. I'm sure you know about this.
The background of that movie is almost crazier than the movie.
It's insane. And like for so long, like that was their goal, was to get this movie made. And then it's kind of like Marty Supreme is almost like a
Mm.
reflection of like
Uh,
once you've done that, like where do you go from there? Um, so and like that's why that match mattered so much to Marty, even though it was just an exhibition. Like it didn't
mhm.
matter if it was a tournament setting or not. Like he just wanted to beat Endo and prove that he could.
Mhm.
And by the way, I love that embrace that they have at the end, where he like tells him he's a great player.
He's like, oh,
It's
he's like, I hope you win.
it's so wholesome, and I
It
love
seems
that. And
it actually seems genuine coming from Marty too, which a lot of
yes,
times it's not.
it's the first time we've really seen him show like humility.
Hmm.
And I just love that, especially in like Bach. I just rewatched all the Creed movies when I was sick. I
Mm.
love like that moment after the fight where they touch up and they're like, "Yo, like you're the future of the sport and shit." And it's like, because and like prior to that, they just been talking shit the whole movie. So I love
Dude,
that moment where they're like they have that mutual respect.
dude, I've never seen any of the Creed movies, frankly, but I watch a shitload of UFC, and that is a very common thing. Like dudes will get into sometimes they'll talk shit for like promotional purposes, but a lot of times they actually get into like they have like there's a bad blood, and when they go and they actually have like fucking a fight, but the majority of the time afterwards, they come to some level of mutual respect and actually like will be like, yo, like, all right, like and like it squashes the beef, so to speak, but in a big way. So yeah, it's like very it's like cinematic, but also very realistic. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, it's cool because it's like selfishly as an audience member watching something like that, it makes us feel good because
Yeah.
it's like it makes us be like, oh, dope,
Yeah.
nice. I'm glad, you know what I mean? It's just a wholesome thing.
Yeah.
So I loved all that. I'm gonna pass it off to you here. I've just been kind of rambling. I've had these thoughts for a while.
Dude,
um,
yeah, I
yeah,
totally agree with all that. And kind of to add on to it, uh I love that the ending is kind of like subversive, right? Because you're expecting like a big match, like he's gonna go to like the championship, right? Like how you usually would in like your typical sports film. Um, and I love so like the whole movie, yes, he's talking about like I'm gonna beat Endo, I'm like I'm the greatest, but he's also like, this is my ticket to like money. This is how like he's concerned with like him and his mom have kind of a very tough relationship, but you can tell that he actually does care for her and actually does want to like improve her life. And he like right, like he wants to. He's like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna win, and then I'm gonna like get all this money, and I'm gonna be like a famous player, and I'm gonna help bring the sport to the U.S. Whatever. But at the end, none of that happens, right? Like he like all of that is out the window, and what is left is like him actually just going and just playing this one game against somebody, just an honest single match, and then him winning that and him reacting to it as if it's like the greatest thing he's ever done actually tells you a lot about his character. Like the whole movie, he's kind of like he's a shitty guy, right? And like he seems very he's like very fake with people, but then in that moment you're like, "Oh, this is actually this guy. This is actually what he wanted." And this is kind of all he wanted. Like yeah, like he's been talking about like getting money and like being kind of famous for it and whatever, but ultimately what this person wanted was just like prove to himself that he could do this thing. And like in that I think is like for me that was like that's like the story, right? It's like the core thing running through it. Um and I love that, especially how because it like subverts what you think is going to be like the big payoff is something that like in a lot of ways doesn't mean anything, right? He gets nothing for that match, and if anything, his life is almost might be worse by the end of the movie than it was at the beginning. He has people looking for him. He has Kevin O'Leary pissed off at him. He owes money to like a bunch of people. Um, yeah, he owes money to like everybody that he encountered in this movie. Uh, yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's where a lot of the uncut gems things come into play, I think. Um, but yeah, it's interesting the way he kind of just moves. He like moves his own goalposts a lot. Where he's like when Kevin O'Leary first gives him that offer, he's like it's like a great offer, and he's like, I'm not. I kind of want this, and this though. And
Yeah.
then as the situation kind of gets more desperate, he's willing to compromise more, and he's like taking less. So he really like starts out with just a super high opinion of himself.
He gets real beaten down.
I think that he does start to be like, okay, I'm going to accept this instead of, just being so arrogant. Because at a certain point he has to stop and admit his arrogance in order to still get what he wants out of the situation. We got a comment here. Alsumate. So I mean, I think a lot of it is probably played up for entertainment purposes. But I think they're very much still about that tough guy shit, regardless of whether they acknowledge each other at the end, because they're still fucking fighting each other for a living, which is way tougher than anything we do on a day-to-day basis. So that's my take on that.
Yeah. Dude, the other thing that I love that was really interesting about Marty is he never uses the orange ping pong ball, dude. Like,
no,
all of the marketing, and it's really fun. It's really funny and kind of genius. All the marketing really like built up like the orange ping pong ball, like all of that stuff, and it got like maybe 20 seconds of screen time all together. Like you see like the ball, you see like the little box that the balls come in, and then the scene where Dion throws all the balls out the window is super cool, like a super cool shot.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
No, yeah, I think it's interesting for sure, and maybe that further goes to show like that he had all these plans for himself, and he just kind of had to compromise. You know what I mean? Like, I think that actually ties in nicely with like thematically and stuff.
Dude, Odessa, I don't know where she came from, but I like her,
bro. I like to think I know ball pretty well.
Yeah.
So she's been on my radar for a little bit now.
What has she done before?
She was in this really bad adaptation of that horror video game Until Dawn.
Interesting.
Which also came out last year.
Okay.
Awful movie. Yeah, like I'm into that. Wherever they make those at, like they're doing it right. Wherever she's from, consider me a fan.
Yeah, agreed. She's also great. She's great in the film, right?
Yeah, we're being a little we're being a little funny there, but no, I mean she's legitimately great in the movie.
Dude, she's great. And then I mean everybody's great, right? Kevin O'Leary was fantastic, which is surprising because bro is not an actor. If anything, he's actually somebody that I dislike, like as a personality. Like I don't like him. He was great in this movie. Like if you just showed this to somebody, if you showed this movie to my dad would know him. If you showed this movie to someone who doesn't know Kevin O'Leary, and then you're like, okay, pick out some of the people in this movie who are like acting for the first time, there's no way. Like I don't think you could do that with anybody in the film, but especially not him.
I don't really know. Like I don't watch fucking Shark Tank. Like I don't spend like free time like watching that. Like
no.
So honestly, dude, if I hadn't been made so aware that there was this Shark Tank guy in Marty Supreme prior to the movie, I don't know that I would have picked up on it.
Yeah, dude.
Because he's not a dude that I like is on my radar at all.
No.
But that's their thing. Like it's the same thing they did with Kevin Garnett, where they get this authentic performance out of a dude who's like in the entertainment space adjacent, and then they're like, all right, kind of just do what you normally do, and we're just gonna kind of film it and just capture that raw authenticity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was great. Tyler was great, which is super cool to see him in a movie. Good.
I just don't want to like.
And then
wipe my nose on camera.
And do you know how they got Dion? Did you hear about that?
I saw that. So like he got interviewed by some of the Barstool guys. I don't remember where exactly they found him though.
He first popped up, at least according to my friend at work. I actually did not verify this, but I heard that he popped up. He was on a Side Talk video. Do you know Side Talk? Bing bong.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Yeah, like he was just like a dude, like he's just like some dude in New York in one of those. And the Safdies in New York, the Safdies definitely watch Side Talk. And they were just like, oh, that kid was. I have no idea what he does or what he says on there, but they were just like, let's find that kid and stick him in a film until they found him. Love it.
Dude, yeah, there's so many people. Apparently, there's this like homeless guy with a great voice who's in the movie. I didn't catch it.
That's
Couldn't tell you. Yeah, just like all these like random fucking just people who are like have this very like narrow spotlight on them from this really specific thing, and it's like they just kind of took that and harnessed it and then put it in this other thing. It's very interesting. Very interesting.
And that's like credit to the Safdies, like to be able to like do that in a way, like find those people, write characters essentially like for them or kind of around them, and like make it cohesive, because they rewrote Uncut Gems for like that reason like 200 times or something, absolutely insane.
Yeah, I mentioned Kevin Garnett a lot, but it's the same thing with The Weeknd too.
Yeah,
I forget a lot of the time that he's in there. He doesn't have a ton of screen time, but
no, he's good though.
Dude, I haven't rewatched Uncut Gems since I saw it in theaters in 2019.
Me neither. Yeah, I watched it in 2020.
It's been a long time. I need to revisit that.
Yeah,
and Good Time is just a bad time, and I don't.
It's a bad time, dude.
It might be the most stressful of all the movies, honestly.
Yeah, because there's almost like, there's like Robert Pattinson has effectively like no redeeming qualities. Like Marty has at least charisma.
Marty's the most likable out of all of them, and he's kind of doing it for the right reasons. Like, because he, like you said, he wants to support his mom. You know, he does have those aspirations as well. Like that's kind of rolled into his idealization of like him as a professional ping pong. Like that's a part of it. That's not just like a, you know, oh, I guess no, I can do this too. It's more like I want to do it mostly for myself, but I'm gonna bring up these people with me, you know. Or maybe he just tells them that to let him do what he wants to do. Who the fuck knows?
Dude, very well. I don't know, because a lot of times too, he's very honest about like how shitty he is. Like especially in the scenes with Gwyneth Paltrow. Fantastic.
Yeah.
He's like super honest with her, and she's like simultaneously she's like, you're disgusting, but she's also like, I fuck with that. You know, and they have like a very complicated
Well, everyone, I mean, no one else really seems to talk to her the same way. I think so. I think she really recognizes that out of him and just kind of appreciates the fact that he's just super charismatic, but also like just not bullshitting her. I mean, he is bullshitting her, and then he's like, hey, I was bullshitting you. So like eventually they kind of meet in a place where, you know, there's that acknowledgement at the very least. So
yeah, it was great. I love that when they first talk on the phone, like across the hotel, and he like throws the apple in the thing, and then she showed like, so good.
Dude, that shit was cool because it's like it's such like a minor thing, but he knew he was going to be able to do that. Which is such like that's sort of like the encapsulation of this whole ping pong as the narrative thrust of it's like, yeah, like it's not that impressive, but I'm really good at it. Like I know this isn't a thing that most people care about, but I know I can do that, and I'm one of the best at it. So there's just something to that, you know. It's like having that confidence to know that you are him in this very specific capacity. I don't know. There's something so endlessly kind of watchable about that.
Yeah, it was all the characters are great. It was great.
Yeah, everyone was great. I loved the what is the word? What is the proper terminology? The music is not of the era. And I loved that.
Dude, I really liked it too, and a lot of the time that shit Well, absolutely. I'll be watching a movie, some out of era music comes on, and it fucking kills the movie for me, dude. But in this, it did not at all. I thought it was done super super well.
It's very interesting because it's like what determines whether or not it's gonna bother me or not. Because I know what you're talking like I know what you mean. Specifically, I remember watching A Knight's Tale with Heath Ledger, and it's like a kind of I don't know, it's just like it's like a guy who's like a fucking pauper and he like ascends to knighthood.
Okay.
But there's just like hella Queen songs in the movie.
Uh,
And they're like dancing to them. Like they're
dude,
not,
that fucked me up. Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's not like the Queen is playing while they're doing something else. Like they're very much dancing to
they're
Queen.
listening to Queen. Yeah.
And you know, I guess it's just like if you have that sauce, like you need that sauce first, and then it's like you just kind of sprinkle that on top. So it's like
I
I'm
feel
already
like
so bought into what's going on that I'm like, oh shit, like real. I'm like, oh, you're doing this? Like it's such a bold intent. It's
yeah,
such a
yeah,
like it's such a intentional choice that it's hard to be like, nah, this ain't the right choice. Because it's like, how am
yeah.
I? Like everything about this movie feels so confident and sure of itself that it's like, how there's nothing that I could say to be like, yeah, it'd be better if you did this though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's definitely a craft thing, right? Because I I'm very confident that a movie that takes place in like the during the Holy Roman Empire about knights that heavily features Queen and they're like semi-conscious of the fact that Queen is playing, Edgar Wright would direct the fuck out of that movie and it'd be awesome.
Yeah,
But not everybody else
yeah.
can pull that off, right? Like that'd be a sick movie, but he would do it right. And he'd make it work somehow.
Yeah, and maybe the Queen shit in Knight's Tale works for other people, but for me, it didn't really work. But yeah, just like the score was also awesome.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like just that sort of just that sort of orchestral stuff
Strings and
was
shit. Yeah.
yeah, all that shit was fucking awesome. I don't know that I have much more, man. This thing just moved multiple times. I mean, the whole movie, I'm basically like leaning
Yeah.
as close in my seat as I can. In the
Mm-hmm.
final match between Marty and Endo, I literally stood up out of my chair and just kind of like
just stand still.
I stood like that for a good minute. I was in the very back, so I don't think I was really distracting anybody.
I figured. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, wait. Last thing. Oh, sorry. Good.
I'm always in the back, so it's like that's just where I be.
Last thing on Marty. Did you see the thing that was coming out today where people were talking about Josh Safdie's original ending that was in the script? Did you see that?
No.
Dude, apparently in the original final version of the script, it like Marty sees his son, and then it jumps forward like 15 years, and he's at a concert. I mean, sees his daughter or whatever, sees a kid. Jump forward like 15 years, he's at a concert with his kid, and Kevin O'Leary comes up behind him and fucking bites him because he's an actual vampire. And there's like this whole scene where like Kevin O'Leary comes up and it's literally a literal vampire, in-universe vampire, and kills him there. And
dude,
people
I think
were
I
like,
did actually hear about that. I didn't hear anything about the concert and the sun or anything like that.
mm-hmm.
But I actually did. I didn't know if it was real or not.
Yeah, I saw it a few times today online, and cause like that line is so interesting in the movie. Like right before he goes and plays Endo at the end, and Kevin O'Leary kind of just throws it in there where he's like he's like has this metaphorical line of like I'm a vampire, and he's essentially being like if somebody fucks me over, I will continue living on and I will find a way to fuck them over worse eventually.
I also interpreted it to be like he's this very capitalist, like fucking dude who's like I'm gonna suck like I suck people dry.
Right. Pause.
And you know what I mean? Like that was like I didn't think there was anyone who watched that and was like
Like,
what?
wait,
He's a real vampire? Like, that's clearly not what that was intended to mean, right? So
Yeah,
that's fucking crazy. But
yeah,
on the other hand, if he had just done that and like ended the movie like that,
it would be crazy.
I
Dude.
feel like I wouldn't. I feel like I wouldn't have hated it. Like, it sounds so ridiculous.
That was my first
Um,
impression too.
but like on one hand, like I would have had to see it. Would have had to see
Yeah,
it to tell you. I
yeah,
don't really know.
yeah. And so I think that like they saw that and they were like, "Yo, like this is just a little bit too much." I think that then got distilled down to like that line instead. And I like how well like he kind of like says that line, and I love Marty's reaction. He's kind of just like he's like, "Okay, dude," and he kind of just like brushes him
Yeah,
off as just like he's like okay, grandpa, like let's get you home kind of thing. And
yeah.
I just really liked that moment, but it was kind of random, and it was interesting to see that context come up today. And I think that's what happened. Like he had this ending in mind, they scrapped it, but he's like, I kind of just want to throw it in there, sort of a little bit, and that's how it ended up in there. But yeah,
It's
great movie.
insane. So crazy. Yeah, it was awesome, man. I really loved Marty Supreme. I don't think we got anything else on this, so let's go ahead and move on to this movie. Dude, so when I was seeing a lot of trailers for this thing,
Oh, really?
and
You're doing trailers still?
for this I didn't care. Um,
Oh, that's right.
I
That's
was,
right.
I was seeing a lot of trailers in theaters, like ahead of other movies that I was seeing,
Sure, sure.
and they didn't really seem to know how to market this thing because all the trailers I saw, like the very first trailer that came out, and then the second one were like very different, like in terms of the kind of movie that they were trying to portray. And I was like, yeah, it's got Leo, it's Paul Thomas Anderson. I don't know that I'm really necessarily like in love with like the subject matter.
hmm
Um, just like modern day revolutionaries, like
hmm
I don't know, like whatever. Like
hmm
it didn't have me like fucking stoked or anything. Uh
hmm
yes, indeed, Sydney.
Facts, 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 facts,
But
facts.
then as the movie's coming out, right, you're seeing like 100% Rotten Tomatoes. Everyone's saying like this shit is fucking crazy. Like pretty much every outlet that I would consider reputable in the slightest was calling this like a fucking insanely good movie.
hmm
And I was like, okay, like I gotta go see this. Went and saw it, and yeah, this was back in September, and just wow.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, for a movie that's nearly 3 hours, it absolutely flies.
Yep. He's
The
great there.
pacing is incredible. Um, yeah, I mean, I'll just let you take over from here, and you just kind of tell me your experience with it.
Dude, all right. So I love Paul Thomas Anderson. Um, just I love Paul Thomas Anderson, right? Like Boogie Nights, Phantom Thread, The Master, Licorice Pizza, all of them. Love him. His whole thing that he does, I love it. He's also interesting too because in a lot of his movies, this one included,
I'm
um,
listening.
he has music running almost the entire time, right? It's very rare that there isn't music in the movie. And that's something else that on paper I would tell you I don't fucking like. And he somehow like Boogie Nights is almost literally music the entire runtime, like needle drop, needle drop, needle drop the whole time, and it's awesome. Um, and yeah, I was thinking about that while we were talking about the music in Marty still, so I just want to throw that out there. Yeah, this movie was I want to say phenomenal. It just like for me, like this is like my exact kind of movie. So like just to kind of contrast this a little bit with Marty, I feel like Paul Thomas Anderson is really good at creating similarly like very high stakes series of events of things that are just stacking on top of each other and things are getting worse and worse. But then he also somehow manages to like throw in moments and like tidbits of brevity pretty constantly, that somehow like keep it from feeling too like oppressive, right? I feel like especially something like Good Time, it gets just like oppressive, where you like you kind of want it to just end, right? Not because the movie's bad, but because the situation is so bad that you just want the situation to be done, right? Marty Supreme has a like much less so, but like has some of that, at least for me. And somehow one battle after another, just like I didn't want it to stop because like it, even though it was like intense, it's very dramatic. There's all this awful stuff going on. You get like Benicio del Toro in there being like great and it's being a vibe, and you get like Leo the whole time is just like kind of funny. Like he's actually like he's a funny character.
Not kinda, is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like the most incompetent person in the movie.
Dude, when shit starts going down and he's freshly baked and he's like, all right, like don't panic, dude. And like we've been there, right? Where like you're faded and then something really bad happens and you have to be like, oh man, like I gotta pull myself together and I have to go like deal with like something heavy. Like
Yeah.
that's a bad feeling. And I've never experienced it to the extent of like some dude's gonna about to kick down my door and kill me, right? But like that was what he was dealing with.
Dude, it was so great because it's like where do you even start with this? So all the other revolutionaries are very competent. Benicio del Toro, never a moment in the movie where he's like phased by anything that's happening.
Not at all.
Regina Hall, super calm, composed, like is super active. And then you have Bob Ferguson, who is just like like he's technically like he's making all the proper moves. He's doing what he's supposed to do to protect himself and his like and mainly his daughter.
Yeah, he's been ready for this. He's been planning for this.
He's technically like he's not a bad dude. He's a stepdad, stepped up, single dad, raised his daughter and everything.
Not a step. I mean, it's just not a step. I guess technically a stepdad. He didn't know that.
No, sorry, not a stepdad. Well, yes, technically he is. But not.
He didn't know.
Right, but so he's doing all the right things. He's just kind of inept, and it's like you keep waiting for him to have like his hero moment where he like does something heroic, and it never comes. Like he never really.
He's kind of trying to catch up to the action the whole time.
Exactly. He's always like a couple steps behind where all the crazy shit is happening. And yeah, it's just so fucking funny. But like also juxtaposed against these extremely serious situations.
Dude, Sean Penn is not fucking around in the slightest.
Dude, I love the way the movie like explains why these things that are happening are important. It's probably really like reductive to say it like that, but it's like, okay, we have this guy. No. To him, it's very important that he joins this like white supremacist group. Oh, now they're about to find out that he has a black, illegitimate daughter. Now he's got to go take care of this. So we understand his motivations perfectly, right? We know what he's going to do, what he's prepared to do in order to make this problem go away. And then you have Leo, and I love the idea or like the story trope of like a guy who is kind of, not in hiding necessarily, but like used to belong to something, and now he's been out of it for a really long time. And now he's got to come back to it, almost like Dark Knight Rises. Have you seen The Dark Knight Rises?
Yeah, I feel like there's like 20 Denzel Washington movies that are that effectively, where he's like he's a badass cop guy, and then he gets pulled into something. He's like, all right, we're back.
Yeah, like Batman. He used to be Batman. He hasn't been Batman for a while, but he's coming back now, and he's going to be Batman again.
He's got to put on the suit again. Yeah.
And this is like the goofiest, like stoner version of that. But at no point does anything feel unrealistic.
Yeah.
It's just such a crazy blend of like all these amazing things that are all working so, excuse me, all working so well in tandem with one another. Uh, yeah, it's just fucking insane how good it is and
Dude,
how much you care. You care so much.
you really do. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Dude, so this movie is very interesting I'm gonna talk specifically around kind of like the political stuff that it's playing with, like the
it's
political and
very
like racial
it's
stuff that it's playing with.
so like that part's interesting, right? I just want to chime in real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
How obviously that's all so very important, but like structurally and like like it's like not the most like interesting part to me. I don't know if that's wrong, if I'm just like watching the movie wrong or
No, I don't
taking
think
the
so.
wrong things away. But just like on a movie level, all of that stuff is so good. And I'm not trying to downplay like the importance of all that stuff, especially with like everything that's going on right
Hmm.
now in the world with like fucking ice and shit. Like
Hmm.
obviously, you know me, I know you. Neither of us are very like political people. Um, but yeah, it's just a very timely movie, and so that's all I'll say. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, dude, so it is very timely and it is dealing directly with stuff that we are dealing with now, like in like especially like modern day America, right? And usually when movies do that, they're bad movies. Like Don't Look Up is a bad movie,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I
Like
fucking hate
movies
that
like
movie.
I
Also
still
has
haven't
Leo in it.
yeah, yeah, I still haven't seen most recent Ari Aster film,
Eddington.
uh Eddington. I know
I
that
just,
was divisive for like kind of
I
some of those reasons.
yeah, I mean he's kind of just hitting the nail on the head with like he's doing COVID discourse, he's doing BLM discourse, he's doing like Kyle Rittenhouse
Mm,
discourse, and it's like he's not he's like satirizing. I don't know if that's the proper word in this
yeah,
context, but
yeah,
he's just kind of
yeah.
making all that stuff in this narrative, and it's like, yeah, like you're right, like this is where we're at. I didn't
Yeah.
need to watch. I don't really necessarily want to watch a movie about the shit that I'm living every day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah, I think movies are too a lot of times when they try to like tackle subjects that are like heavy and right now, they like overdo it and they try to like they simplify things way too much and they make it too central to the story and it's just like you're saying like it's very saturating, right? Where I'm like, yo, I just like we're doing that right now. I'd rather not watch a movie to like also re-enter that, right? So anyway, this movie has all of that going on, pushes a lot of it into like not the background, so to speak, but it's very real and it's very present. It's like omnipresent, but it's like more the setting, right? So you have like the raids going on in the background, that stuff
mhm.
is happening. And then something else that it does super, super well is and this is like, I don't know if this is like spicy to say, but it draws interesting parallels between different sides of like the political spectrum, which is really interesting, right? Like it goes to lengths to show that like people in general aren't terribly different, even though we think that we are. And I think it does this specifically through showing how all the similarities between the two like main like societies. You have like the Christmas adventurers who are like the racist white supremacist group, and then you have the like resistance. I forget exactly what they call it, like the French 45 and like that or 75, whatever.
Yeah,
Um, and that whole group, and they show like the Christmas adventures have like it's a stupid fucking name. It's like Christmas themed. They say like Hail Saint Nick and like they have all these like silly rituals, right? And
I think
then
Saint Nick's supposed to be like just straight up Satan.
either way, it's like there's like
Yeah,
there's silly rituals, right? That they like that they have, and even like when I forget the guy's name, but the guy that is like kind of in charge, but he has the two sick Mustangs, and he goes and kills Sean Penn
hmm
when
yeah.
he shows up to the house for the meeting, and he encounters like the old guy's wife. She is treating him being there as if like almost like like, oh, like you boys like are like she like it's almost like she thinks what they're doing is silly because she's like trying to make him pancakes, and he's like, oh, they're waiting for me, and she like isn't taking it serious that he's like going to like the serious meeting. She's like, whatever, like let me make you something to eat, and
My read on that is that she's just so ingrained in that it's not really a big deal to her.
that
Like
too.
she's very much a part of that. Like she doesn't really care though because she's rich and she's taken care of. So she's like,
Sure,
I don't really care the circumstances that got me here. Like I'm not even really necessarily a part of this. Like I'm just these guys' wife.
sure.
Not terribly different than what you're saying either, but like yeah, no, you could even fold what you're saying into what I just said. Like it doesn't even really matter to her one way or another.
Yeah, yes. So like there's like that aspect of it. And then you have specifically you have like Leo, you have Bob Ferguson trying. They keep asking him like what's the time? And they're
Dude,
like running him through all
so
that
fucking
shit.
funny. So funny.
So dude, so funny and just like he's kind of like even though the resistance is like the protagonist group in this film, PTA does some things to be like, yo, like he makes both not both of them, but he makes them like they're neither is like I mean, there's a clear good side and bad side, but neither is like without flaws, right? And
Yeah.
like it's interesting that he does that because like that's almost could be seen as uh like a divisive, spicy choice to like show like the good side of this and like this political spectrum to like not be perfect and like it was just very interesting that he chose to do that, but it made it all feel so much more real and feel like it wasn't cramming the obvious themes like down your throat like a lot of other films would do.
Dude, yeah, like with Benicio del Toro's character, like
Good.
um all of the revolutionaries are not all built the same, obviously.
Not at
Like
all. Yeah.
the 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 bromance and friendship between Bob and Sensei is so fucking great. Like they're legitimately boys and
Yeah.
they fuck with each other heavily. Like Sensei literally like breaks him out of the hospital. He jumps in the car, hands him a beer, and then they take a selfie. And it's like,
dude, I forgot they take a selfie.
dude, he literally takes us. He's like, yo, let's take a selfie real quick. Like,
They need to be out, dude.
dude, it is such a fucking great dynamic. And so it's like, even just so their characters obviously on the same side, but Sensei is so calm and composed that he would also be right at home on like the Christmas adventurers side.
Or like the cops. Yeah.
Or like a cop. Like he would have made a good cop. But it's just like the fact that he just holds these certain values, like this is the side that he wound up on. So it's like it just kind of showing to your point that like even on both sides of these factions, you have the people who are more capable and less capable. Which I found very interesting because like Sean Penn obviously very capable, but at the same time he's very naive and kind of stupid.
And he's
like
morally like maybe not morally, but he's like physically very competent. I don't even know how to say it. Like he's relative to what they're looking for, he's morally not adept.
Well,
you know what I mean?
No, actually, I don't know. I think I know exactly what you're saying.
He doesn't actually fit the criteria that they're looking for. He acts like he does, but
okay,
like his life choices are counter to what he's actually presenting himself to be.
For sure. Like I think in every other aspect, other than the fact that he just loves fucking black girls for some reason, he actually would have made a good Christmas adventurer. But like, and it matters so much to him that he would rather go on this whole fucking crazy side quest than just be like, actually, my guys, I can't join your group. I can't join your group because of this reason. And so, yeah, it's what ultimately gets him fucking killed. Because even though he survives that whole fucking crazy accident and he's all fucked up at the end, and like that's what I mean by a naive. Like he thinks that they're still gonna let him join, even though they fucking throw his ass into like a fucking laundry chute or whatever.
He was like, for a minute, you guys really You guys really had like I really thought I wasn't gonna make it, and he was like, "Yeah, now we're happy to have you." And he was like, "All right."
Dude, yeah, like just a straight up dumbass. Like in addition to being extremely confident and capable. So, and it's like it's just really it's a story about these characters, and it is driven by these events that are like, you know, within the framework of these factions that they're both a part of. But it's down to the people at the end of the day. Like we're following this group, and it's not like there's a version you maybe could have made of this movie where it's more just about like fucking
Yeah.
revolutionaries and like
Yes. Yes.
blowing
Yes.
up fucking, deportation camp, like state. I don't know what the terminology is. I'm so woefully
Yeah.
unpolitical, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a version
Yep.
of this where it's less focused on the characters and more focused on these revolutionaries and like making these commentaries on what's going on today. But
Yep.
this version of it is just so much more interesting. And yeah, I just fucking loved it, dude. Like it's so fucking good, man.
Dude, there are so many small so like the core stories, like if you distilled it down really hard, like the core story and like the core characters and like just like the main line things they do, like Leo, Sean Penn, Willa, who was fantastic.
Dude, Chase
Um,
Infinity. She's
yeah,
she's
crazy name.
low key kind of bad.
I don't know how old she is, so I'm gonna like,
I already looked into this. We're good.
we're good. All right, cool.
We're cool. I would not have said that. I'm gonna double check.
No, no, she was great. But if you just went and like looked at like,
Oh, she's 25, bro. We're good.
is she really?
25.
That's crazy. No, she was great. Very excited to see her in more stuff. No, but if you go and just look at like the three of their storylines, that alone is already very interesting. But then there are so many little details that add so much character and life and flavor to the whole film. So many little side characters to show up. Dude, the roof scene, like the scene where they have to leave and Leo is running on the roofs with the skater guys and they're doing like fucking sick. It's like they're all silhouetted and they're like doing like sick jumps. And then
this is what I mean. Like you're waiting for him to do something cool the whole movie, and he just can't get there. He doesn't show up in time at the end to save Willa. Like she's already handled the situation by herself. He's fallen off rooftops. Like Sensei's bailing him out left and right. Like he's really just he's not able to fucking to get there. And it's like the movie keeps putting him in situations
where he has to get it together.
Where he can potentially do something really cool, and then he just does it. And it's like that in and of itself is fucking hilarious. Dude, yeah. And you said like Willa's like if you framed this movie to where the movie just started with Willa, like we cut out that whole maybe like 30 minutes and it's like her perspective, and it's like she's a part of this whole world that she's not even privy to all these other like all this lore of like how her parents met and Sean Penn and everything. And then you just kind of have that scene where Regina Hall shows up in the bathroom and like her little thing starts beeping, and like you hear that before Regina Hall shows up like in the reflection. I think like that whole sequence is fucking crazy. And then they recite the passwords to each other, and like that's a movie that would have worked incredibly well as well, like about this girl whose parents were in this thing and now she's kind of thrust into it, and that is the movie essentially. But it's like they give you all that backstory instead of just kind of maybe thrusting you into the 90-minute version. But dude, I love that sequence where that fucking song is playing that I actually kind of like, where it's like, don't you dare look back, keep your, I kind of fuck with that song. I don't know if that's like a hot take. Shut up when they're at the dance.
Oh yeah.
And like the lyrics are so perfect because she's like leading her out of there, and it's like, don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. Like definitely intentional.
For sure.
And like you see the fucking soldiers are all showing up right as they're dipping. and it's like, and you're like on the edge of your seat, like, oh fuck, like they gotta go, and like the movie is just filled with moments just like that, where you're just so invested in what's going on, and the characters that you're supposed to like are very fucking likable, and the guys who are detestable are very detestable. So it's like the movie's not ambiguous in the sense that it's trying to show you like, yo, maybe Sean Penn is, you know, not that bad. No, the movie's not gray
he's
at all.
It's
actually, which I kind of like, because it seems to be the thing nowadays where it's like everything's ambiguous and everyone's a flawed character, like you see with Marty Supreme. Like Marty's a flawed character. No, the bad guys are fucking bad in this movie. They have no redeemable qualities, and the good guys, the good guys, pretty much like Bob Ferguson maybe is a flawed dude, but he's absolutely on the right side of this whole fight.
Absolute heart of gold across the board.
Dude, yeah, like he's doing all the right things, like I said earlier. Like he's definitely, like he's taking the proper steps. He's just not particularly good at what he's like supposed to be. He's very fortunate to be kind of surrounded. He's very fortunate to be surrounded by people who are like much quicker than him, with Sensei and Regina Hall's character, I forget her name, and Willa herself, incredibly capable, like super fucking capable. Arguably saves herself. Not literally. Arguably, definitely saves herself multiple points throughout the movie. Sorry, I kind of went off on a little rant there.
No, dude, but like that, there's so many interesting moments. I lost my shit when he didn't make that, like they're just running and they're hitting these little gaps in the roof.
Dude, yeah, I'm sorry, I totally derailed you from this. Yeah, please.
No. And then he goes, like they hit that jump, and then he just goes to hit it, and then it cuts to that side shot, and you really briefly are like, oh wait, this is a big gap, and then you kind of just see him go and just not even come close to clearing it and hit the tree. Dude, I fucking lost it, and then he gets fucking tased and just like,
dude, they find him like immediately after he hits the ground.
He lasts like 10 seconds, and then maybe even funnier is then the skater dude calling Benicio, and he's like, yo, like your boy got caught, and he was like, what the fuck happened? And he was like, he just didn't make the jump, and then he got tased, and he was just like,
dude, and then Sensei fucking just straight up busts him out of jail, dude.
Dude, so that's interesting too, where they're like, you have that kind of that scene where the lady at the like who's like doing his, like she calls him Bob real quick, right? When she's like he's at like he got arrested, and there's like a lady's like taking intake info, and she's talking to him, but then she calls him Bob, but he has not said that his name is Bob, and he was like, oh, like what's good? And she's like, are you diabetic? And she's kind of like slightly like nodding. And he's like, oh,
trying to get him to answer in the affirmative.
Yeah. And so like she's there, and like she helps him get out. And then there's the nurse that like helps him get out. And there's like kind of movies like showing how deeply embedded the resistance is, to put it simply. And I just like that whole sequence is so dope. And then Benicio just been waiting out in like the car with the beers was like really capped it off. It's fantastic,
dude. And then obviously when he gets pulled over later, and he's doing that little dance. So I watched an interview where he's kind of breaking down that whole scene, and he's like, yeah. So like I'm dancing to kind of put the officers at ease. You know, so that they are aware that I'm doing what I'm asking them to do. And then, but he's also kind of maintaining his independence by doing that. And and then like they ask him, you know, about the beers, and he's trying to like downplay the severity of it. It's just so, like, yeah, like what is a small beer? Like, what is a small?
It's a regular can of beer.
Like, nobody describes a beer in that. Like, they have one size. It's just such a fucking. But he's so. You believe him when he says it. You believe him when he's saying all this, and you're not like, I'm not going to give him any pushback. on that.
Dude,
Like,
I don't believe that they took him to jail. Like you never see him again. But
yeah.
like as far as I know, he left and continued drinking.
Well, you know that he's gonna be fine no matter what.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he's just that dude. But I don't know if I have anything else on this. I'm sure I'm forgetting something important.
I love
The finale when they're doing like all those rolling hill shots.
dude, that shit. That was
Fucking
sick.
sweet.
All the cars are sick, dude. The first Mustang that the guy's driving. I'm not even like a big car guy, but when he pulls up to the house, uh, for like the Christmas Adventures meeting, pulls up to that mansion in this like insane like 60s or 70s blue Mustang, fucking dope car, and then all their cars that they're driving, Bob's in like that little like that fucking oh so cool, dude. The
Oh,
whole
dude,
scene. Go ahead, go ahead.
you reminded. Dude, there's so much packed into this thing where Bob's
Yeah,
trying to pick up her frequency, and so he's like unsure of where she is and like what direction he should be going in. That was all incredibly tense, and it's like that is such a great like cinematic language sort of way of conveying like tension, because it's like Bob knows he's like trying to get her frequency, and he's like it's just it's you there's no dialogue needed.
Yeah.
And you totally understand everything that's happening because they've set it all up prior, and it's just fucking awesome. And then he finally like realizes where she is. Of course, doesn't really get there on time to do anything important, but it doesn't even really matter, honestly.
Dude, I love so the whole like first 20-30 minutes, whatever it is, that whole intro section before like you know what I'm talking about. I loved all of that, and I was like, this is dope. And then when they're like getting ready, and then like that guy's like getting Bob and Willa as a baby like out of the house, and he brings up those like little melody connector device things, and he tells them like how it works. That's when I was like, oh, this is like I love that. And I was like, this is so interesting, and like this is like, all right, like I already knew I was in good hands, but like I was like, this is gonna be very interesting, like more so than I maybe even thought. I didn't know anything about the movie going into it. I had no idea what the premise was. And then at the very dude, that ending sequence is really intense, where like Willa is over there, she just killed the other guy, and then Bob is like walking out, and like you see over Willa's shoulder, and she's like pointing the gun, and there's a second there where you're like, she might shoot Bob right now.
No, I wouldn't have even. You believe in that moment that was on the table,
and she says like, who are you? Like she literally asks him, who are you? And so she has this whole throughout, like, because like she realizes like, between while they're separated, she finds out that like that's not her biological dad. She finds out that he has been lying this whole time about who her mom was. And so like Willa's whole life and understanding of herself like totally changes over the course of that like couple days or whatever it is. And then I just love that ending of her seeing him again, initially questioning him and being like, do I actually know this person? Can I actually trust this person? And then they both have like their music things, but but that's more kind of just like a proxy for like the relationship that they have and that they have had up to that point, and like that's ultimately what she like trusts above everything else. And fucking beautiful. It was great.
and all of that is said with like very little. Dialogue.
They don't say anything. Yeah,
You're able to
they're
just
saying
kind
who
of
are you is huge.
Yes, because that's like that. There's a lot packed into that.
Yeah,
seemingly very simple question, dude. And then that final needle drop of American Girl, and Bob like is like leaning back.
Dude, he's like taking like a selfie, and he's like looking like kind of cute. He's like,
dude. I mean, dude, that might be like my favorite like needle drop of the whole year.
Wow, yeah.
Because it's after all that shit that we just went through, and then it's like, all right, like shit's gonna be all right.
Yeah, and like her, like them both having phones, and Willa having a phone, and her leaving to go like to some kind of like a protest or something, and Bob coming full circle to like trusting her And I think he realizes, he's like, oh, like my daughter's actually more competent and capable than I am, and like she'll be
She's like her
okay.
mom. Yeah.
Yeah, and just like I I haven't thought about it a ton, but I do think there's something there to be said about like how older generations, like a current slash older generation, is always so worried about like oh, like the younger generation's fucked. They're not ready for what they're getting into. They don't know what they're getting into. Like they've lost their way, and then that's never really the case, right? It always seems like that, but that's not actually ever the case. And I do think that there's some kind of element of like a theme of that in here that they're kind of communicating. Yeah, but without being like, without her being like, see, dad, I'm okay without you. Don't worry about me. And him being like, all right, daughter.
I guess
What
you
do I
are all
know?
right.
Yeah.
Maybe I will let you go out into the world
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
discover who you are on your own.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's not having, it doesn't have to be explicitly spelled out. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, this movie fucking rips, dude. Immediate 5 out of 5 when I walked out of the theater.
Dude, I last thing, like, so Willa gets the note from her mom at the end that has been there for like a couple years, right? And she goes over and hugs Bob. I cried.
Dude, I
Straight up
was
cried.
getting I was getting emotional.
Yeah.
I never quite got there, but like I was feeling it, man.
Dude, crying because of a movie is like a new thing. I've had a very emotional couple years, and I think like a combination of that and also getting
Same.
older. Yeah, like that and getting older. Uh, there's like a couple times I've been watching like a movie and I fucking cried. Dude, there's a time I was listening to a song, like a metal song, and this note and the way this girl had this note and like what she was talking about, just like it was like it just like boop, just like pressed something in like my throat. Fucking cried. Crazy shit ever, dude. It's cool though. Every time it
Dude,
happens, I'm like, what is
it's
this?
interesting. It's been nice. It's like a thing that I feel like when we were growing up was like instilled in us is like if you cry, you're fucking gay. And like
You're a bitch.
not yeah, like
Yeah.
but
Don't do that.
like in 2000s like that was the like just like if someone watched the movie Brokeback Mountain like you would be ridiculed.
Sure. I
Like if
still
I was
haven't seen that.
dude, you have to watch it. It's incredible.
Yeah.
But like growing up, like if I was watching like a movie with my family and like a sad part would happen, like my sister and like or like anyone would be like, "You crying? Are you sad?
Right. Right.
Are
Right.
you sad?" Like you know what I mean? Like you'd be fucking
Yeah. You're
mocked
like,
for it. You're like,
you're like,
"Yeah, dude, I'm fucking I'm consuming the art and feeling it." Like
yeah.
and so now it's been really nice like just kind of grow like what you're saying like just kind of growing more sure of myself and like being okay with like that's why I watch movies is like to feel differently than when I
Yeah.
started.
I want to be emotionally moved by what I'm watching. Yeah.
Like one of my favorite experience like I had been waiting for Past Lives in 2023 I
Mm.
think forever.
Mm-hmm.
Finally came out. I like went and saw it by myself like in the middle of the day.
Damn.
It was like me and a bunch of ladies in the theater.
Sure.
Uh and like all of us were just fucking crying at the end.
Dude,
And
sweet.
it was fucking awesome, dude. Like and it actually makes me even more sad because when I rewatched Past Lives, I didn't have that feeling because
Interesting.
it's kind of diluted. You know, you can't reproduce that when you
Sure.
know what's coming. But dude, if that's not the most valuable fucking experience like known to man, I'll be damned. Like, you still should watch. You should watch Portrait of a Lady on Fire as well. It's
Okay.
kind of like the lesbian Brokeback Mountain in like
Okay.
set in like the 1700s. Fucking
Oh.
awesome. It's a French language movie too, so I think it's all subtitled.
Okay.
Before Sunrise.
Oh.
Before Sunrise got me.
Dude, those fucking movies, man.
Yeah, no, I'm aware of your relationship with those.
Yeah. Great though.
Fucking awesome movies. I think the
Yeah.
first one's like far and away the best.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. I mean, it's just fucking. It's awesome. If a movie can make me cry, shed tears, that is one of the highest compliments I could give a thing. Or if you can
Dude,
even get me on the precipice of that.
yeah, where you kind of like feel it. You kind of feel like behind your face and like in your throat first.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Even that is
Yeah.
a feat.
If you
Agreed.
can even get me close to that, then you're doing something right.
Dude, you have to, especially now, because I know you weren't crazy about licorice pizza. Have you seen The Master?
Yeah.
Um, The Master is almost
Master's pretty dope.
The Master is great. It's sort of like it feels sort of like an outlier for PTA in a lot of ways. Um, I love it. It's great, but it feels sort of like an outlier. You gotta watch Boogie Nights, obviously. Um, it's hard to say. It'd be hard. I might like Boogie Nights better than One Battle After Another. Still,
I
um,
wonder.
and I'll tell you about the pull the disc. Do you have that? You don't have that, do you?
Boogie Nights?
Yeah.
No, it actually just came out on 4K not
Oh,
long
damn.
ago.
Oh, that looks crazy.
So I actually might just. I feel like that's probably a safe blind buy.
Dude, it is. If you don't like it, I'll buy it from you. It is the safest buy.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at my PTA rankings, I've got One Battle number one.
Mhm.
But like almost every other PTA, I need to revisit. So this
Mm.
whole thing could look totally different. But like,
Mhm.
so in second place, I have There Will Be Blood. Third place, The Master. 4, Inherent Vice, which I haven't seen
Oh, yeah.
since we saw it in theaters. Like when 2014, so
Same.
over 10 years ago. Punch
Yeah.
Drunk Love. And then Licorice Pizza's in last place. Licorice Pizza really did not do much for me, like almost at
I
all.
like licorice pizza. I totally get that. It hit for me though, but I do totally get that.
Yeah, like I mean, I don't even necessarily care about like the weird like age gap romance.
Uh-huh.
Because he's like a kid and she's like
Yeah.
like in her 20s or something. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you most of what anything that happens in that movie. They like open a fucking couch store, I think, at one point.
It's like mattresses or something. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like they like steal an RV from Bradley Cooper and it's like rolling down the hills in Sanford. Like,
Dude, that scene's sick though, where they're going backwards down in the truck.
that was like the best part. And it's like, I don't know, like to me, there's a wide gap between One Battle and Licorice Pizza. And obviously very different kinds of movies, but it's like I just don't really know. I don't understand what he was going for with Licorice Pizza. That one seems to me like an outlier for him because I don't know what the fuck he's trying to say with that one.
I do feel
maybe I'm just sorry. Go ahead.
No, I feel like flavor and like texture wise, licorice pizza slots in really nicely with like with Boogie Nights. But Boogie Nights fucking absolutely electric. Like 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 the definition of electric is Boogie Nights. And then Phantom Thread, I think you might like Phantom Thread more. Like I'd be surprised if Phantom Thread wasn't like your number 2 PTA after you watch the rest of them. Like it seems like I hesitate to even say that and like build it up like that, but I know what kind of movies you like, and like it's a very unique film, and I feel like it's just gonna like slot in there for you really nicely.
I've been hearing about Phantom Thread for years now. I've been hearing about Boogie Nights for even longer. And so 2026, like I'm gonna complete the PTA filmography. It's gonna be super doable. Like I could have done it a long time ago. Technically, I should probably rewatch the ones that I've seen as well. So, but like as far as just straight up haven't seen, like I need to see Hard 8. That's his first movie. I need to see Magnolia, Boogie Nights, Phantom Thread. That's it. So very doable.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
We'll definitely do that.
I'll do the same, and we'll do like a PTA show at some point this year.
Yeah, maybe like February or March for sure. Definitely. Sorry, Al Sumate left this comment a while ago, like 15 minutes ago. Sorry if you're still here, Al. It's been like 10 years since I've seen both of these movies, and they're very similar, which is I'm sure why you kind of paired them together like this. They're both Jean-Claude Van Damme, essentially the
Mhm.
same plot. I hesitate to give an answer because it's been so long. It's basically just like Jean-Claude Van Damme entering like an underground martial arts tournament.
Mhm.
And like it's like I think Bloodsport or maybe it's Kickbox. I literally can't even tell you. One of them is based on a dude, like a real dude who like lied about this, like the severity. Basically, there was this underground fighting tournament called the Kumite, is how you pronounce it, and it's like Mortal Kombat, like you die if you lose.
Mhm.
Apparently, he just straight up lied about that part, like just to kind of make himself seem way more badass than he was.
Wow.
Um, but the movie is very much badass,
Sounds
and
badass.
yeah, Jean Claude Van Damme is kicking ass in both. Um, I don't.
Dude, so
I'll say Bloodsport, but they're both very very similar movies.
I've never seen Kickboxer, but I actually tried to watch Bloodsport a few years ago because like I generally knew the premise was just like at some point Jean-Claude Van Damme is just like in a fighting tournament. I love that. And maybe I just wasn't maybe I did like wasn't geared up for it correctly, but the whole beginning like kind of set up felt so goofy. All of the dialogue was hit me so weird that I was like I can't watch this movie right now, and I couldn't watch it.
It's very much
I wanted to.
of the time. This is like when Arnold, Stallone, Jean Claude, all these dudes are like in these super over the top, borderline retarded action movies.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
very
should have
80s.
just skipped. I should have just skipped to like the part where the tournament started because that's what I wanted.
That to me is kind of sacrilegious, but like if it's gonna get you through the film, like do what you gotta
If
do.
it's between that or not watching it, like I could have just. I never do that, right? I never just skip chunks of a movie, but like
No, same.
I straight up just shut it off, dude. It's crazy. I was hyped for it too.
Yeah, it's a movie that has sort of a reputation. We're about an hour and a half in, man, and we still have to talk about Stranger Things.
Oh shit! Interesting. This will be
So
interesting,
I didn't realize that you had actually finished the show.
dude. I had to your Netflix stopped working on my Xbox, so I had to actually buy a month of
Mine did.
Xbox.
Yeah, I tried to log into that account as well. I was able to watch for like a day, and then the
Yeah.
next day it was like, "Yo, you're not where you're supposed to be. What the fuck are you doing?" And I was like, "God fucking damn it, dude! Like it's my mom's account. Like give me a fucking break."
Yeah.
So I also bought my own account. Have subsequently canceled it now that the show is over.
Yep.
I'm just gonna come out and say it. I thought this season fucking sucked.
Really?
I thought it was straight up bad. Like actively bad.
Why? What is your? Give me some.
Okay, so first of all, so the place that season 4 ends, we more or less spend all of season 5 getting us back to that point that season 4 is implying that we're gonna start 5 at. And then 5 kind of starts and they're like, yeah, we actually just put some fucking metal boards over these holes in the ground, which was very cinematic at the end of season 4. Felt apocalyptic. And I'm like,
cool.
oh shit, like how are they going to deal with this in season 5? Yeah, the government just kind of like taped it up. Okay, that's, whatever. I'm sure very soon we're going to start. Nope. Linda Hamilton, all of the government is kind of a non-entity. The actual length of the episodes is crazy, just as far as like how little actually happens. Like the actual plot to length ratio is just way off. It's almost like disguising how little is happening. It's just a lot of wheel spinning. Just like the writing in general is very bad. The performances are awful. Millie Bobby Brown is delivering just an awful performance, and she's also just wearing like this fucking wetsuit.
She was in a wetsuit the whole time,
and it's like I don't need her to be like glamified and like, you know, sexified or anything, but like she just
give her
looks
some clothes.
She looks straight up stupid. Like she looks stupid. She's got like some lip filler going on. She's like mogging. Very little expression. Very little expression going on. The way that they like figure out what to do.
Oh yeah.
Every scene is like, so this record player is Max, and this slinky is the fucking radio tower, and they're like, what? And it's like, it's just mad, like quirkified, like just dumb fucking right. It's just bad writing, like objectively bad writing, and like, you know, all of that shit was just stupid as fuck. I thought that all of the kids, like Holly Wheeler and all those fucking kids, just had a ridiculous amount of screen time. Didn't necessarily care about any of it. The whole like, what's his name? Fucking Mr. What's it? Taking Vecna, who's like a really interesting and like cool villain, and like cutting his screen time in half. So now half the time he's going to be this kind of weird dude, and then the other half of the time he'll be this cool. Like it felt like like an excuse to not have to show the visual effects for Vecna as much,
which are sick. He's actually a great monster design. Actually,
he had a redesign too. Like he looks cooler in this season than he did in the last one. And dude, it's very important while I'm shitting on season 5 right now that I remind you that I loved season 4. I loved it. I thought it was fucking awesome. That's why this was so disappointing to me. So like the scene with Will where he's like ripping the demo dogs or the demigorgons, that was sweet. Wanted more of that.
He looked sick too. Like he's like felt much more powerful and like visceral than like 11 has ever looked.
Yeah, and I like
the entire show.
I like that they both had powers, but they're derived from different places. Felt very cool. Like Will's getting his like from Vecna. That shit was sick. Wanted more of that. He doesn't really do much of that. Again, he like breaks Vecna's leg to allow them to get away, and then it's kind of it. So just a lot of wasted potential from a lot of the actors. The finale in particular was very toothless. Nobody dies, and you know, a lot of people will tell you that you know, nobody has to die necessarily, but it is expected, and it's something that, you know, will make what goes on to happen in the finale feel more significant because of who we had to lose to get
sacrifice
there, right?
Something. Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's just kind of a thing that, you know, people expected to happen too, because Stranger Things is often criticized for not killing off any of the cast, and the cast just continues to grow and grow and grow, and that's how we got in the situation that we got into with season 5, where there's just simply too many characters. I thought the finale in particular was really bad. Murray is just making these stupid fucking jokes.
Dude, he's in this a lot.
he's just making bad jokes. You know, the whole finale with like the mind flare. Holly Wheeler is just, or Nancy Wheeler is just Rambo, just like 100 pounds, just ripping shotguns. You know, like I don't buy that. I just don't buy it. And it's not to say that that same thing couldn't work in something else. Here, it just doesn't fucking work. And then like the epilogue is good. Like it's pretty satisfying in terms of how they like send off all the characters and everything like that. The problem is that they just didn't. It's not earned because they didn't do the things that you need to do in order for those resolutions to kind of hit. Like it's kind of just like, it's almost like they wrote those parts first and then kind of went back and was like, oh yeah, we got to handle this and this. And then there's, you know, the last thing I'll say is, you know, I'm sorry to ramble so much, but there's just also just like a ton of like plot holes. And
Sure.
like plot holes are not a thing that I necessarily care about, because people will say things like you know if Will's connected to the Mind Flayer and the Mind Flayer dies, why isn't Will like hurt by that?
Mm.
It's like been established in the past. I don't really care about that, but
Uh-huh.
there's so many of them that kind of just keep stacking up to where it to me is just bad writing. And so this was just a huge fall off for me. I'm sorry for giving you like a 10-minute thing, but like I
No.
needed to just I wanted to get it all out, that way I wouldn't have to kind of keep interrupting you with like, actually this part was asked too.
Yeah.
And it's now I feel awkward because I'm like kind of putting you on the spot to be like, tell me I'm wrong.
No.
I know that so tell me what worked about it for you, I guess, is what I would like to know, because I thought I really was so disappointed watching it, dude.
Dude, I really enjoyed it. I came from it at a very different. I think I came to it at a very different angle. Like from season like 2, I was like just meh. I was like on Stranger Things in general. I thought the
Same.
first season was great. It's dark, both like in terms of themes and just like the way it's shot. Everything, there's some grit. It's spooky. There's just like a very strong mystery that like carries through the entire season. Just
For
like
sure.
as a story and as like character development, it's really good. Right, I enjoyed it. Season 2 starts to get, even like already it starts to get kind of like soap opera-y, where it's kind of spending more time talking about like the people and the relationships between the people than like the thing that's actually happening. And then season 3 just goes into like full on like banana land. Things are all like zany. And then from there I was like, all right, this is just like, I was just like fully from like the first episode of season 3, I was like, all right, like, cuz like we were watching it, I was like, I'll watch it, but I'm fully checked out of this, right? This is like a zany soap opera now, which is fine, but like that's not what I'm here for.
So I felt the same exact way. Like I watched when 2 came out, never would revisit it. I watched when 3 came out, never really revisited it. It had no staying power in my mind. And then season 4 came out, and I was like, oh, this is like drastically better than 2 and 3. Might even like it more than 1. I need to rewatch it.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, and the thing that's important to mention is like season 4 was so fucking good. It literally launched Joseph Quinn's career. Everywhere you looked, you saw like Hellfire Club shirts.
Mm-hmm.
That Kate Bush song was fucking everywhere. Like
Huge.
Stranger Things was having a huge moment in pop culture, and
Mm-hmm.
like deservedly so. Like the quality was just there. Like it wasn't that it was like a Squid Game scenario where, and maybe that's not a fair comparison because like I never really
Yeah,
watched Squid Game, but it's like
yeah.
it's a thing that everyone's watching, therefore it must be good. I
Yeah.
legitimately felt like this shit is fucking is like great. And
Yeah.
I was expecting more of that. In like Eddie's playing Metallica in the Upside Down, like legitimately hype moments that it was just so awesome. It was just dope.
Dude,
Like
yeah,
Florida, like Vecna's killing people in like really fucking brutal ways. Like
yeah.
that first episode, what's the girl's name? Wake up, I forget her name. The fucking blonde cheerleader girl. She gets like fucking like
Oh,
her
yeah, yeah.
eyes fucking explode. Like that's how the
Yeah.
episode ends. Like she floats up in the air, and her fucking eyes like explode. Her bones get all crunched up.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, it's dark.
Mhm.
It's like kind of scary. And it's also doing like a Russian prison break thing with
Oh,
Hopper.
yeah. Yeah,
Like
yeah, I
there's
forgot
so
about all
much
that.
happening and it all was working. And I was like, fuck yeah, like this is sick.
Uh-huh.
So I'm sorry to interrupt you again, man. I
No,
keep
no,
doing
no. No, no, no. But even that, I can't remember where I was when I was watching that. I watched all season 4. I enjoyed it. But even then, like when I think back to it, like I feel like if you look at season 4 versus season 1, season 4 is like super zany. Like like literally like Hopper has to
It's
break.
different.
He
Yeah.
has to break out of prison. Eddie playing Metallica and Upside Down, like that would never like it's zany, it's fucking sweet, but it's like very so far removed from like anything that would happen in the first season, which was like very grounded. And when I think back, especially now when I think back to season 4, the thing that I really remember is like I literally think of like Max and Lucas, and like Max trying to like escape the Upside Down, and like thinking of him and thinking of the song and like running through the Upside Down and like all that stuff.
Dude,
Like,
that moment is fucking insanely just
and
crazy.
her like floating, and
Like,
you think she's gonna die.
the stakes are so huge at that point, and they've built up the fact that this is how Vecna kills people. They've built up the Kate Bush song, and like I legitimately get chills when I watch that scene.
Mhm.
And you know, it's like she's like at Billy's grave too when all that is happening, which is something
Yeah,
that people kind of forget to mention in that conversation. But it's like, yeah, I mean, I definitely agree that like none of that is like would ever happen in the first season. But I would argue that you know, if you're gonna make a show like this continue to go on, at a certain point you can't do the small town mystery where it's very character
for sure.
focused and not so much focused on all the extravagant VFX and stuff. Like in season 1, the most impressive VFX shot is like this, just the Demogorgon.
Mhm.
Like that was it. Like that's how small the stakes were. But then season 4 comes and you introduce this like almost Freddy Krueger-esque villain,
Mhm.
and he feels legitimately scary. And you know, you have Hopper being caught in Russia, and like the significance of that, where it's like you want him to be free so that he can be with Joyce. Like you actually care about seeing that relationship being fulfilled because they've been building that up, but like
Mhm.
it keeps not quite working out. And then he's in fucking Russia. So then it's like her and Murray breaking him out. And it's like all of this is all happening at the same time. And I just thought it worked so fucking well. You have all Eddie Munson's character, incredibly likable.
Mhm.
I don't know, man. Like, I just thought it was so fucking like just legitimately great TV, and 5 was just such a step down from that. And yeah, I mean, ultimately just disappointed. Like, I didn't want it to be bad. Like, I don't
Sure.
necessarily,
Yeah.
I don't really go into anything like wanting, well, except maybe Scream. I kind of hate the Scream movies now,
I haven't
but
seen
like
any. I've never seen any of the sequels.
you're good. You're good.
I'm good. Yeah.
But it's like, generally speaking, especially with this context where I loved 4 so much, I'm like,
Mhm.
yes, please give me more of that. Like you finally, you know, 2 and 3 are fine, like whatever. But now you found a way to balance all this stuff and kind of introduce these like legitimately interesting horror elements, which were
Mhm.
present in the first season and not so much in 2 and 3. So
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not necessarily looking to prove anybody wrong. Um, don't care about that. It's more so just like I don't like the idea of just like laziness, which is just the general kind of vibe I got from
Mhm.
the Duffer Brothers here. Uh, you
Dude,
know,
they have to be checked out. Of like this also like because of COVID and then the writer's strike, this show got dragged on for so it's 5 seasons, but it was what like 8 years or something.
so COVID and the writer strike definitely. The show came out in 2016,
Fucking
so
nine, 10 fucking years
it's been
almost 9 years
like 10 years for like
production wise, 10 11 years.
only like there's not, when I tell you how many Stranger Things episodes there are, it's 42 episodes.
No,
It's not that much.
I figure like literally like from the time that they started working on the show, like 11 years,
No, and
10 11 years.
it's insane, but it's like it's just frustrating to me, especially having been so into Game of Thrones and like kind of
Mm.
seeing how that ended. Like motherfuckers just don't know how to end a show anymore.
Dude, all right. So let me hit on that too, right? This
Yeah,
is this might be I feel like I'm missing one, but I want to say this is the only show that I've ever watched in its entirety. You know me, I don't watch shows. I just don't at all.
Damn,
And
that's
and
fucking
get
crazy.
yeah, and so given how people talk about every other fucking show today, I went into this like I had very low expectations for this. I was like, I'm gonna watch it because I've watched the rest of it, and this is the
Same.
end, and like I want to finish it, and I had very low expectations because like that's kind of like not to blame everybody else, but like that's kind of what I felt like I was like conditioned to expect from a show finale. Um, and like because like you're saying, especially like Game of Thrones, like I remember when that ended. I've never seen any Game of Thrones, but like people fucking were like losing their minds over the show the whole time, and then it ended and everybody was like, well, that was complete trash. And I was like, oh, that sucks. So then going into this, I was like, all right, is this just going to be like, how do you end something? Like, how do you tie up dozens of hours of story? It's just like legitimately difficult to do, right? Even like you think of something like The Sopranos, like people very divisive. Plenty of people are like, that's an amazing show. The ending is complete, like low effort trash.
So as far as The Sopranos goes, I've never actually watched the show. Unfortunately, I know how it ends just kind of through osmosis. I've had it spoiled.
Yeah.
I don't do you care if I do you want me to tell you, or do you have plans to watch that show one day?
The Sopranos?
Yeah, do you care if I just say it?
I know how. Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
you already know. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't know if you knew or not. Yeah, so
yeah.
like that's just like people who don't love ambiguity. Um
Mm,
like it can be interpreted a few different ways. Um they kind of establish through like dialogue, I think, that like before you die, you don't like if you don't see it coming, like if someone like shoots you from behind or whatever, um
mm,
they kind of talk about like at least this is my understanding. I could be wrong about this, but like the idea is that it's set up prior that um like what's it like when your ticket gets punched or whatever, like you don't know because it just kind of happens.
mm-hmm.
And then in the finale they're sitting in that restaurant and like Don't Stop Believing is playing, and you hear the door open and Tony like looks over to his shoulder and it just cuts to black.
Oh,
So
that's how it ends.
yes.
I thought it like uh I knew that I knew that like a conversation was being had and then it just ends like mid conversation was like my understanding
Right,
of
so
what it
like
was.
the
But that
implication
misses
there
a
is
lot
that
of
like
context.
Tony could have gotten killed in that moment,
Oh, I love
or
that.
he didn't. And because they don't spell it out, people are like they
Dude, well
just
that
fucking they
yeah,
just
yeah.
brick out because they just don't like they need shit spelled out for them. Maybe I'll
Dude,
feel differently whenever I watch The Sopranos, but like I don't think
yeah.
that's an example of a bad ending
No, okay.
for me.
I'm just cherry picking that. No, dude, that's even like the end of
But it is divisive though. You're right. It is divisive.
yeah, that's even like the end of I've heard similar feedback about the end of Anatomy of a Fall, where people are like, "You don't know how it ended. Like, you don't know what happened." And
That's the best part, dude. You
I
don't
was
know
like,
if she
I was
fucking
like, my
killed him or not.
God, yeah. I was like, Did you watch it? Like, you're, yeah.
That was a
No,
good
but
movie.
that was a really good movie. No, but I don't know. I like TLDR is I went into Stranger Things expecting uh to be disappointed at worst, or to get something just kind of like whatever at best. Um, it was super zany, super ridiculous. Fucking like Mike's mom, like blowing up the fucking demodogs with like the laundry thing. There's just like stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
Uh, I thought Max was great, dude. Max is almost a detriment to the show by season 5 because she's such a better actor than almost everybody else in the
Yeah.
show, and it really shows. I thought Holly was actually a good actor.
She's a good actor.
Um,
I just don't fucking care about any of that stuff that's happening. And
no, for sure,
the amount of screen time that it takes up
for sure. I
is
feel like
ridiculous.
yeah, I feel like they lost the main cast lost a good amount of chemistry I feel like over the course because they presumably like because the first season they were like not great actors, but they were kids and they like seemed like they were like good chemistry. Like they were like, oh shit, like we're in this cool show, we're doing a thing together, and they had like a good vibe. And it feels like they really lost that kind of like spark by here.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm not super like plugged into like them as people,
what
but
that
apparently
outside, yeah, me neither.
I've heard that like Finn Wolfhard and Millie Bobby Brown just straight up they don't fuck with each other. I could totally be wrong about that, but like when you consider that they're supposed to have like a romantic relationship,
Yeah,
that's the other thing. Like I never felt like they cared about each other like
definitely
at
not in this
all.
season either. Yeah, yeah,
You like at all, and it's like and that's such a big part of that is just how little emotion Millie Bobby Brown is expressing at any given moment. Like her reactions to things are non-existent.
yeah. She's just kind of
Like when Max comes out of her coma, um,
big
she's like,
mama.
you're here, you're really here." Like, all right, let's keep it like, and it's that moment should have had so much more significance than it wound up having. And
Yeah,
that's just my frustration. Is ultimately I'm just frustrated because like they had set this up to a place where like you could have had all these really fantastic moments, like Will coming out.
mm-hmm.
Because why did he have to come out to the fucking bus driver and fucking all these people? Like
These
literally
people he just met. Yeah,
having them all there was kind of like comical, to be honest. Because like Murray doesn't need to be here for this. You know what I mean? Like
it's
that
kind of
shit
like
was
that's kind of like a core group conversation.
yeah. And to your point too, like you really hit the nail on the head. Like this thing has just gone on too long to where like I don't buy that these people actually even like each other, much less are friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just not it's not doing it for me. And you know, I think if people liked this, I don't necessarily want to poo-poo it too much. Not even just you. I've been talking about it
Yeah,
on Discord with my Discord boys a lot. And like a lot of people on Discord really liked it. And I'm like, I don't it puts me in a weird spot, right? Because I'm like, I think it's cool that you guys liked all this, but like, what about this, and this? And they're
mm-hmm.
like, it doesn't matter. It's not that kind of show. Who cares? And I'm like, I feel like it does kind of matter though, or at
That's
least it should. It should.
yeah.
And it's just like I guess your mileage will vary, but it's like I don't really believe in just like um this idea that we can just give things a pass because it's been the most popular show of the last 10 years. And, I watched this show, back then when I was in this grade and now I'm this age. And isn't that crazy? And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like sure, but like it still needs to be good though. And that's just kind of my whole thing is it's like, I feel like the quality is just very objectively not really where it should have been for a show as
Sure.
significant as this.
Yeah.
And maybe it's bold to use the word objectively there, but I don't. And the key word is just frustration. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted this to be so much better than it was, and like I literally went to bat for this show with like some of my friends in the film club that I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
That my friend Sarah was like, "Ah, Stranger Things is ass," and I was like, "Nah, Stranger Things 4 was fucking sweet. Like, I'm excited for 5." Like, kind of put myself
Mm-hmm.
out there. I went to bat for the
No.
show, and then I
Yeah.
kind of had to eat crow a little bit because I was like, "Oh, this actually is not good."
Yeah.
So like
No, I
nobody
mean,
wanted this to be better than me. So
yeah, no, and I mean, I'm kind of in that camp, honestly, where I'm like, I enjoyed it. Like, I enjoyed my time with it, but like, am I gonna sit here and be like, this is a on paper, objectively like good, well written season of a story? Like, not really. But like, I also
right,
wasn't going into it thinking that. I will say I do, and you kind of brought this up. I really actually really liked the epilogue and feel like they like it kind of feels and again you brought this up, but it feels almost like unwarranted or like it was kind of like they wrote it and then tried to back into it with like the rest of the season. But like the epilogue, like even just like kind of like the pacing of it and like they finished the board game and all that, like it feels it just feels
And
like
the
well
new
done.
kids come in and play.
Yeah,
The new,
all
so it's
that,
like, yeah.
dude. And I actually really liked um the like what happened to 11 thing of like Mike's like maybe this happened, and he's like that's what I like to believe happened, and like they kind of say that that's what happened, but they also leave it open for interpretation a little bit. And again, me being somebody who doesn't like watch long shows, I just have to imagine it's very very difficult to like tie things up. And I like the fact that they kind of did something where they were like tied it up, but also didn't. I just I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Um,
That to me felt like giving themselves an out to inevitably do a return in like 6 to 10 years.
that would fuck that whole thing
Um,
up for me. Yeah, if that was like just like a
because
spin-off setup, like that would hurt.
I'm normally, you know me, I love ambiguity, but like also have the confidence to say definitively this person is fucking dead, and that's just
Mhm.
how it is.
Dude, I thought
Maybe
that I really thought
maybe
Steve
not,
was gonna die.
dude. Yeah, like maybe not with 11. That's just what I was about to say, right? Like I kind of that shit's all fine, right? But like just fucking kill someone. Just have the fucking balls, because the problem is, man, and I talk about this in my misery video from like a year or two ago, but like
Mhm.
these creators are like very aware of the impact that these characters are having on like fucking Twitter and shit, and like the stan hoods of like all these different characters and like how beloved they are. And like back in like the 2000s or like the 90s, like those were the characters that you killed because you knew
Kill your darlings.
you would, exactly.
Yeah,
It's very simple, but nobody's willing to do that anymore.
yeah.
And it's like it's just it's something that really irritates me. And yeah, just fucking kill. Like the only character you killed was the one that nobody liked, that fucking Callie girl.
Who?
Uh, famously, the fucking her sister
Oh,
Callie.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
she's
how I
famously
remember.
like, yeah, exactly. She's fucking so forgettable. She, she's one of the first, like she's from season 2, and like that's like the lowest rated Stranger Things episode. Like everyone hated that episode. They hated that whole little side quest that 11 goes on.
Uh-huh.
So what do? They fucking bring that character back,
Uh-huh.
just to kill her off, and she's the only character that died.
Yeah.
It's like it's like
What and
what are
what's her
the
name from
stakes?
season 1? The random Nancy's friend who
Well,
presumably
that's the thing.
dies.
They kill characters in the season that they premiere in. So they kill fucking Bob, Sean Astin's character.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They kill Bob in the season he comes in. They
That was
kill
cool.
Eddie. They kill Eddie in the season he comes in. They
Sure.
kill Barb in the season she comes in. But it's like
Bar.
anyone who's been alive longer. The only exception to this rule is Billy. Billy is from season 2, and then he dies in season 3. And like that was an emotional moment because it kind of had Billy realizing an arc where he kind of starts out as a dickhead, and then he kills himself to save everyone else.
Mhm.
And then furthermore, that sacrifice is very impactful to Max in season 4, where she's at his grave. And so it's like they know how to do it. That's the thing that
Yeah.
pisses me off, is they understand these things, but they're just unwilling. I don't know I'm not going to pretend to know the reason. Maybe it's naive of me to think that they're like on Twitter and they're like, we can't kill this character because all these Twitter people like them. But that's the way that it fucking feels, man.
Dude, I would venture to guess that a lot of that is pressure from like a business side of like it's not like necessarily the writers and the editors who are like, oh, like we shouldn't kill these people, but it's some suit in the office who's like, hey, you know, all of our metrics and like all of our social listening tools that we're using tell us that people really like Steve, so like don't kill him off because then we can't bring him back in the next season.
But
And they're like, well, yeah,
the last
but
season. So
well,
it's
I mean,
now
I
it's
just in
now's the
general,
time to, no, for sure. And you're definitely right. You're definitely right about
dude,
that. But it's
that
like
scene was
that's what
whack.
season, yeah, it was fucking lame. And it's like having Jonathan be the one to save him is kind of cool
Mhm.
because they're having this kind of love triangle back and forth, kind of like tension between them. But still, it's like
Dude, they cut to
it's
black.
just,
He
yeah,
falls they straight up fade to black, and then it's like silence.
Like, I got you, bro. Like,
yeah, and
fuck you, dude.
Dude, that would have been so like if he had died, like you can kill Steve, like the show will go on if you kill Steve right there. And I realized what they were going to.
Imagine how much more impactful that battle is with the Mind Flayer if Steve just died right before.
Imagine and then Dustin in that scene and lost both of his
and
boys.
They like charge into battle. Yeah, like have the balls to do that because it's like, they wouldn't kill Steve because Dustin already lost Eddie. Like that's plot armor. Yeah. No, do that.
Yeah,
do that. That's fucking cool. That's interesting. And then like imagine before they charge into battle, they're like, "For Steve" or something like that, and they have this fucking war cry.
Or even just like Dustin is just like fully locks in because now he doesn't give a fuck now,
and he's
goes sicko mode.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like actions have consequences, and those consequences make us feel things. And if nobody dies and everyone makes it through the final battle totally unscathed and everything's fine, what the fuck do I give a shit about any of this for? I don't give a fuck. I just don't give a fuck. And then like the whole way that Elle dies, again, I'm probably too plugged into the discourse because you have to remember, I was watching all of this while I was like laid up with the flu. So I'm literally just laying in bed, watching all this and then kind of going on Twitter and seeing what people are saying about it. Not probably the best behavior, but I'm like, yo, you guys all agree this is ass, right? Kind of just needed to be vindicated in that moment. And people online are like, so basically Elle kills herself because it's better than just having to live like being persecuted by the government forever. And like the only way my friends and family can be safe is if I fucking kill myself.
No, I think part of like, no, I think it was like, she's like, they will find me again. And like, she's like, I'm like she was like, they can use my body and like my blood to continue to make more things like me. And it'll just continue to make this problem worse and worse. But if I don't exist, then they can't do that. I think that was like her Callie.
Well, that's more or less
I think that was her argument.
Yeah. And by extension, her friends and family are going to continue to get kind of tangled up in that whole process of using them to get to her.
Sure.
And so like the solution is our main character fucking kills herself. Like that's kind of weird, right? Like
I don't know. Like
her committing suicide is like, because it doesn't feel like a heroic sacrifice to me. And even just the way they filmed it was kind of odd. Like it's like a gust of wind.
She's just kind of standing,
and then she's just kind of gone. Like it didn't feel heroic to me at all. It felt fucking lame. And I don't know. I don't necessarily think that the idea of our main character just killing themselves is like, and I personally don't buy into this. Like, I don't really care that much, but I don't know. It feels like a weird note to end on, that she's just like going to end her life.
I was surprised that like that's how it actually, because like it seems like her and Holly have like whatever the girl's name is, her sister's name. They have like it seems like they devise. It just doesn't seem like that's actually what's going to happen. And when that does happen, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. It felt like Holly was like trying to convince her to do that. But as the audience, we're like, oh no, that's not how this should go. Like she's clearly you're not supposed, like we're supposed to think she's going to do that. And then maybe at the end she has to change of heart. It's like, oh no, actually there's another way. There's always another way.
But then she does something badass.
So right. Like, instead, but no, but then she doesn't. And then she just fucking kind of just dies. And I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know. The whole thing just felt very unsatisfying to me. And I don't necessarily care that she sacrifices herself. It's kind of just the way that it all unfolds. Like everything leading up to it kind of did it no favors, in my opinion. So
and then afterwards, for like her to kind of disappear in the military, just be like, all right, like never mind.
Dude, that was crazy too. Cause like, oh, so now
everybody.
Yeah, and then the government's like they killed multiple government officials.
so many people.
Nancy killed a lot of government soldiers herself, just her. And then so like, 11's gone. You beat us. Guess you guys are. Guess you get away. You got away with it, and we're just gonna pack up and leave town.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of what I mean by like plot holes, and it's like in a better show with a more satisfying ending, the more I'm willing to just kind of forgive all that stuff because the meat of it is better. But what you're left with is so unsatisfying, and then in addition to that, you have all this dumb shit that just kind of makes no fucking sense, and it just kind of leaves me in a place where I'm like kind of pissed that I spent like $20 on Netflix to fucking watch the shit.
Fair. Netflix
not to mention all the fucking. Oh, dude, I canceled fucking Netflix. I canceled Hulu. I canceled my Criterion channel subscription. Considering canceling YouTube Premium as well.
Oh, I had that for a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might actually be better too, because then I think I would watch less YouTube.
Yes, it does work like that.
Yeah.
Can't confirm.
But I also kind of use YouTube a lot as like a resource for like how to do shit. But I can still use it. Anyway, that's all besides the point.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think it's interesting when you and I kind of disagree on a thing, and very important that I know you're not trying to prop this up as being very good. You even said that yourself. But you did enjoy it, and like obviously totally cool.
I'm not about to go back and like I will rewatch Stranger Things when like I am like if I'm like seeing a girl who's never seen it and it's October and I'm like, yo, let's watch the first season. Like watch the first season, watch a YouTube video that explains seasons 2 and 3, and then skip to 4. Would do like I'm never gonna sit down and be like, all right, cool, let me rewatch Stranger Things. Like I'm not gonna do that.
After I finished 5, I rewatched the first like 3 episodes of the first season, and the whiplash was crazy.
Oh, I'm sure.
Just how small scale everything is. All the characters have something to do because there's not 20 of them. Yeah, it was really jarring.
It's like dirty.
There's a fucking mystery, and you're watching the show to figure out the fucking mystery.
Dude, the scene where the scene in season 1 where Hopper goes and he like he goes into like breaks into the morgue and like stabs. He's like, all right, I don't think this is actually Will, like the dead body, and like stabs into his chest, and it's like all fluff. Like, oh, shit's hard, dude.
Dude, it was because you're watching that and you're like, oh, maybe Will is fucking dead. Yeah, and you don't really believe that, but the show's trying to convince you. But the characters don't believe it, and as the audience member, you don't believe it. But what that does is you're like, all right, like who's trying to cover this up? It's definitely this laboratory. Why are they trying to cover this up? How is this related to this weird girl that we found?
Yeah.
And then they tie it all together in a way that makes sense. And yeah, like you said, man, the show just got too big for its britches.
Yeah.
It just got too big until they were like, all right, this shit's really big. But what if we like juggled it really well, almost like Avengers Infinity War, where there's like 30 characters and it's like covering like different locations, and we're kind of cutting back and forth, and then eventually it all kind of coalesces. Yeah, and then it all comes together at the end. It worked then. It didn't work here. It didn't work here, and it's just a shame. But we're leaving this bullshit in 2025. Dude,
it's over.
You should watch like another show, man. You should watch Buffy, dude.
Oh, dude, it's so long, man. Dude, I don't
it feels that way. But when you look at it as like a thing that you just kind of do over the course of a year, because you could definitely get it done. You could get it done in a year. It's 144 episodes.
Oh my god. Dude, that's every other day.
Dude, it's 45 minutes. But the thing is, it's not like I'm asking you to do fucking homework. It's a show. Ideally, you'll enjoy yourself while you're doing it. That's the whole thing, is like you'll want to continue watching because it's a fun thing to do. I understand that it feels very long. But dude, how long have I been telling you about Buffy, man?
Oh no.
I mean, how cool would that be if we could actually talk about Buffy?
That will be pretty sick, actually.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like how about this? If I finish Dark Tower this year, you have to watch Buffy at some point. That feels like a fair trade.
It might take me a while. This is a fair trade. This is a fair compromise, no?
And like I'm saying, like you just start it and you just watch it when you can. And it's like a thing that you're actively doing. And it doesn't matter if the end is in sight. It's more about the journey, not the destination.
It's the climb.
It's the fucking climb, dude. Miss Bunny will watch Buffy with you.
God. All right.
I'm sorry I'm getting to your guys. I'm sorry I'm getting to your guys' comments so late, by the way. I don't want to derail the conversation.
We were in deep. No, you can always bring them up.
But Bates Motel is a great show. I watched that show. It was very good.
Recent-ish?
It's like, I don't know, like 10, I think it started like 10 years ago, dude.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
But it's a good show. I liked it a lot. All right, man. I mean, I guess we can kind of run through real quick, unless you got to go. Do you have a short list of 2026 movies off the top that you know you're looking forward to, or?
I know the Odyssey's coming out this summer. Obviously, incredibly hyped for that.
Fuck yeah.
There's literally no way that that's not gonna absolutely bang. So excited for that. I guess I'll go see Doomsday just to kind of see what's going on there.
That'd be funny if you just went and saw that without having watched the past like 10 Marvel movies, which I don't think you have, right?
Wait, I'm thinking it goes Infinity War, Endgame, Doomsday. So that's how I'm gonna approach it.
Dude, there's about 100 hours of content between those two things that you just listed.
I'll piece it together, you know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be very funny for you because, yeah, there's a lot.
Dude, I'm just gonna go by myself to a packed like showing, and whoever's sitting next to him is like, "Yo, wait, what's this?"
You just kind of tap him and be like, "Yo, what's going on?" Or just be like, who is that?
I'm like, "Where's Thanos?" He's like, "Bro, what?"
And then you kind of look at him, mad confused, and you're like, "What's going on with you?"
All right. Wow. All right. So I'm gonna do that though. I'm gonna go see that.
100%.
I feel like
all right.
So yeah.
So I have a. This list seems pretty comprehensive, so I'm gonna run through these real quick. We got a new Evil Dead movie, Evil Dead Burn. We got Scream 7. We got Bone Temple, which I'm literally seeing tomorrow night. We got Zach Kreger's Resident Evil.
Dude,
that might be my most. I don't know that it has.
It's got to be. It's coming out already this year. It's got to be in the fall. Oh my god, dude!
That's this year, bro.
Oh my god, bro! Oh my god!
I'm so excited. It's like it's not about the game, which is like for the longest time what I wanted to happen. Is like just tell the story of the game. But he's taking the approach of like, these are some events happening to some unrelated characters in Raccoon City, like kind of while all this other shit is happening. So it's almost but
he's a big fan.
We're in the time and place. Yes. And his idea is he doesn't want to tell the games because the games already exist. So why bother? Which does make sense. But then that's kind of what fucking like the Mila Jovovich ones are, and those aren't very good. So I'm incredibly hyped for Resident Evil. Spielberg has a new Alien movie coming out, like an Alien Invasion. Have you seen anything with that?
I unfortunately saw the whole trailer for that at Marty Supreme. Saw more than I wanted to. Like, you just need to tell me that a new Spielberg movie is coming out in theaters, and like I'm in there. But it looks fucking sweet.
It's really significant too, because obviously he's done E.T., Close Encounters, War of the Worlds. Like he's done a lot of Alien films.
Wow, yeah.
So this is really cool for him to be kind of coming back to that.
Those are all strong too. When is that? Do you know?
I don't have dates for any of these. So you're just gonna have to fucking figure it out, dude. Ready or Not 2. Did you see the first Ready or Not?
No, what is that?
It's got Samara Weaving. It's like a horror thriller where she's like forced to play a deadly game of hide and seek. I'm personally excited for that one. This the sequel is coming out for that. Odyssey, new Spider-Man with Tom Holland.
Oh,
Feels like
yes,
we've been,
yes.
feels like we've been waiting a while for that.
I really like where that story is at too. Actually, most all the other Marvel stuff, I don't know what's going on. I don't care. But those Spider-Man movies with Tom Holland, very nice, and I like they had a very interesting, vulnerable, actually like character-wise interesting story. So
yeah, he's kind of like reset back to square one. He doesn't have his friends. He's like broke as fuck. He's like he doesn't have any of the Stark tech.
Dude, he's just a dude in a bar, like living by himself in New York, like starting over. So
I'm gonna be very pissed. Oh yeah, good point. I'm gonna be very pissed if they just like walk all that back in the first like 10 minutes though.
Dude.
I'm sure they'll spend the duration of the movie getting us back to that point, because obviously he's gonna wind up with Zendaya again, right? But it's like just make it take a while. You know, that's all I want. Return to Silent Hill. Same director as the one from 20 years ago now.
Yeah, you're talking about this.
The one I made that whole video on. Same director. I don't think it's coming near me, dude. I keep checking. Apparently tickets are on sale. I'm not seeing shit on Fandango. I'm not seeing shit on the Regal app. Straight up might just not be coming near me, which would be very upsetting.
Pull up, dude. When does it come out?
Like in a week or two. Like this month.
I'll look. I'll check it some places here.
Yeah. See if it comes up for you. Dune 3. Dude, we're straight up getting Dune 3.
Dude, while I was sick during Christmas, I watched Dune 2, and
you told me.
My God, such a good fucking movie. I've seen it before,
dude,
obviously.
What is he's like, silence! Shut the fuck up, dude.
What if that was shut the fuck up, dude?
He's like, I'm fucking him, dude. Oh, dude, I fucking love that.
He's wearing a Nike Tech fit, and he's like, I'm fucking
dude, he's got like a do-rag on and like a quarter zip or some crazy shit like that. Oh man, I don't know why.
That movie fucking rocks.
Dude, and then he has that fucking battle with fucking Austin Butler with that knife fight, dude.
Dude, and he's like, you fought well, Atreides, as he's dying. Dude, Austin Butler kind of like doesn't redeem himself in that, but you're like, damn, like
he believes, he's 10 toes down. He's got his convictions and he stands by them.
And he even dies, and he's like, all right, this was fair. Like, I didn't fight good enough. I guess I'm dead.
Dude, he didn't try to make any excuses for it.
Nope.
So we also have the sequel to The Social Network, The Social Reckoning.
I just heard something about that. I'm so curious as to what that's going to be.
Might suck. Dude, The Social Network is a fucking banger. I love that movie.
It is really good. Yeah.
And so there's been a lot of like Facebook related shit. Like there's more lore there to tell another story. You know, you had Zuckerberg like in that fucking Supreme Court trial. I don't know if you saw any of that.
So much stuff. I'm very privy to all that, unfortunately.
Right. That's pretty much in your wheelhouse. So like,
dude, my company has done like we've like co-led deals for companies with the Winklevi, like with their firm that they work at. So like I've had to like interact with them. Like I didn't like directly message them, but like to message them via somebody else in between. And I was like, this is so because in my head I'm just picturing fucking Army Hammer. And I'm like, this is so crazy. I'm just like messaging Army Hammer right now.
Yeah, that is pretty funny. Also this month we have a new Sam Raimi film called Send Help. It's like a remote island thriller with what's the girl's name from The Notebook? The
main girl from The Notebook?
Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien. It's like almost like a Lord of the Flies situation, but it's just the two of them. So that looks good. I love Sam Raimi, so I'll be seeing that. We got that new Robert Eggers. Got that werewolf movie coming out.
Okay, I'm in there.
Did you not know about this?
This is
why I love these shows, because I'm just straight up telling. I may be telling you about shit that you just did not know about, which is fun.
I didn't. Yeah.
Because I know you fucked with Nosferatu, right?
I've not seen it.
All right, so next we got, dude, you gotta go see Nosferatu, bro.
I will. Yeah.
You gotta see Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Put that on your list. We got Supergirl. That might be cool. We got
Like Superman, but like the female version.
yeah, like a girl.
Is she
You know,
like?
there's like girls and boys.
Is
I'm sorry, that was fucking. That was a prick thing to say.
is she like a canon character, like in Superman universe, like that, or is like what's up with that?
Yeah, dude.
Really? All right, cool.
Bro, there's like hella comics, bro. There's like anything that you
Yeah.
could imagine. Like they got Supergirl, they got Superboy. There's probably there's Super Dad. It's yeah, Supergirl is a well-established character. There's like an 80s movie that's very bad. But it's just straight up called Supergirl. And it's kind of stupid because like it kind of starts out. I haven't seen it, but I've watched like videos on it. It like starts out and she's like kind of doing like Superman adjacent stuff, and then like 90% of the movie is her like being like a girl in school. She like goes to Earth and like disguises herself as a student, and then just spends like mad of the movie like
she's
just kind of like getting into like shenanigans. But that's like a continuation of the James Gunn DC universe kind of revolution that's happening right now.
Gotcha.
You didn't see Superman, right?
No.
Superman was pretty good. And he's he's like overhauling the DC universe essentially. So this will be the second installment there. And
dude,
then
they're constantly overhauling the DC universe, bro.
So this is like the official overhaul. Like the whole new regime is out. He's got a whole like plan. He's actually planned it out, which is what they didn't do before.
Not a bad idea.
They have a Clayface. So to that point, they have Clayface coming out, who's another DC character. He's almost like he's more like a villain anti-hero. And he's just like he's like a straight up like big brown kind of blob monster. So I'm very curious to see how they do that in like a realistic kind of gritty way, which is kind of what they're describing. We got Avengers Doomsday. We talked about that. We got that new Mortal Kombat. We got Mortal Kombat 2.
I know you fuck with that OG Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, this isn't related to that. This is there was another one from 2021, which was pretty dope. It was okay. This one looks better though. We're finally getting that Backrooms movie from that kid Kane Pixels. We're getting Scary Movie 6 with the Wayans brothers coming back.
I might have to go see that, like in theaters. Yeah,
I think that might be good. Hopefully, we're kind of coming to like a bunch of bullshit. Oh, the Mandalorian and Grogu.
I saw that was happening. I haven't watched any of that. Yeah,
I don't give a fuck about any of that. I'm fully checked out on Star Wars. Feels good too. Shit sucks. There's a movie coming out about the making of Rocky.
Oh, interesting.
Which could be good. I love Rocky. Some Disney bullshit. some Kevin James bullshit. That's more or less it from what I'm seeing. So
I feel like there was one. I feel like there was something else on that list that I saw that I was just about to say. That actually I was like, oh, this looks good. Fuck, it can't be that good if I can't remember what it was from my Mojo list.
Yeah, pull that back up and send it over, and we can.
All right. Hold up.
Dude, also, we hit 2,700 subscribers on YouTube.
Oh, let's fucking go.
Yeah, we were sitting at like 29 or 26.96 for like the longest time.
Really?
Yeah, like there was just zero growth happening, and then check today, and we we finally hit like the 3 subscribers that we needed to cross that milestone.
Wow, huge. That's
Yeah,
fucking sweet, dude.
pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. I'm gonna keep working
Oh,
on some YouTube stuff.
this fucking Frankenstein Bride movie.
Oh yeah, I don't think that looks good.
The cast is so strong though.
Yeah,
Love Jesse Buckley.
yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know.
weirdly strong cast.
I'm like selling all my stock in that movie. Could totally backfire. I've kind of made a stance that it's not going to be good. But I'm also willing to be wrong there. I don't know. It just looks like it looks like
a little plasticky.
This is like the Hot Topic version of Frankenstein's monster. Like this is like the bride. Like it's like, I don't know, it looks like Bonnie and Clyde kind of vibes.
Okay.
And
I don't
like,
know anything about the story or anything. I just know that it's happening and I saw the cast.
Yeah, I don't know. I just whatever. Maybe I'll go see it. Usually, like right before these things come out, you'll start to see like whether it's good or not, like early screenings and stuff.
You definitely we're doing a snowy horror show.
Yes.
In a couple weeks, right?
Yes.
And you got to watch, and I got to rewatch. I'm Thinking of Ending Things, and I think that was my introduction to Jessie Buckley. I'm pretty sure, and she is outstanding. Her and Jesse Plemons, and fucking what's her name?
I don't know who else is in that.
Oh, never mind, dude.
Dude, yeah, she's put together a really solid filmography. Kind of came out of nowhere and is like still on the fringes of stuff. She's in Hamnet, that I still need to see.
I'm excited. Did that come out last year? Technically,
yes.
I do really want to see that.
I came out like November, I want to say.
What the fuck, dude? December just like me.
Dude, yeah, I'm just mad plugged into this shit. I got that Regal app. I literally just look at it every day. I know when shit is coming out for the most part. So, dude, you should definitely like. I don't know if it's like prohibitively expensive in the city, but I don't know. Maybe get like a Regal Unlimited, man. It's like 20. I think it's the price changes depending on where you live, so it might actually be more for you since you're in New York. For me, it's like I think it's like $25. You just straight up see all those movies for free. I don't know if that would be worth it or not for you, but
no, I think it's actually fine here because one of my friends from work had it. She canceled it and she wants to get it back again, but it's like if I go twice in a month, then that's it.
That's all I'm saying, man. And it's like when you have it, you feel incentivized to go.
Yeah, dude, that Regal that I went to was the first time I went there. I can walk there from the office, like after work, just like walk there. And then the subway back home is also like right there. So it's like convenient. The popcorn slap, the theater was great. That like opens because like I have the Angelica that we go to that I really like, but they have lots of like art house films. And then a lot of times the bigger stuff that I want to see, they'll have for like 2 or 3 days and then it's gone. So it's just like, it's not like a super reliable, consistent theater, and they don't have any kind of like a membership thing. But now that I have that Regal,
dude, yeah, I'm just saying, like, we just went over a bunch of those movies, and then maybe like I do this at the beginning of every year. I look at all the shit that's coming out, and then inevitably there's like 10 movies that come out throughout the course of the year that were not on my radar whatsoever, and that I will inevitably wind up seeing. So something to think about, man. Selfishly, I would think it would be really cool because then you'd probably see more movies, and then we could talk about more movies that we both saw.
Sure. So, yeah, and dude, and you know how it is. Like every time I go to the movies, I'm like, damn, like that was dope.
Dude, it's like you're never upset about that you did it.
Not at all. Yeah.
It might seem, and I know you're not like, you wouldn't consider yourself like a very like spontaneous person, right? As far as like. As far as something like that, like you would want to plan that out ahead of time, right? But like maybe let's say you're at the office one day and you're like, I'm not doing anything after work. Let me pull up the Regal app. Let me see what's playing, type shit. And then you just that could be a thing that you just start doing, which I think would be cool.
Yeah. I'm like I'm spontaneous like from Thursday night through like Sunday morning.
Sure. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Dude, you should definitely think about it, man. Like you
Yeah.
said, because then you pay that monthly fee, and then all the money that you would spend that you're used to spending when you walk into a theater, you just put that on concessions. And
Yeah.
then you also get you accrue points, and then you can
Mhm.
redeem credits for free popcorn. So like
Mhm.
oftentimes I'm not even paying for popcorn. You get a base 10% off all your concessions anyway. Um,
Hmm.
it's
Dude, the
it's it's
pop
it's the best loyalty program out of all the other ones.
dude, the popcorn slapped at this place, and the candy selection was, like, kinda crazy, actually.
Bro, they
I
got
didn't
what
even I
you
didn't even
need.
get any candy, but it was nuts. Yeah.
They got what you need, bro. They got what you need. I'm a Regal diehard. I go there out of convenience because it's our theater. It's where we live.
Mhm.
Um, and but like I legitimately think like I would fuck with Regal even if it wasn't like the theater I've been going to since I was 10.
I have so much
Um,
nostalgia for the Regal, like the Hamilton Commons Regal, dude.
dude,
Oh my god.
it's every time I step in there, it feels like home, dude. Like I love this time of year because we close at 8 every single night, even on the weekends.
Mm,
So like any like 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. showing, I can
make it
make easily.
dope.
And like I come home, I change my clothes, you know, I fucking put on a hoodie and some joggers, and I just go to the movies. And like I
Just
get
cozy
home,
up,
I have the chillest drive home. There's nobody out because it's usually like fucking midnight, and I just kind of
thinking
drive
about the
home,
movie.
think about the movie. It's the
Dope.
best, man. So, how many times would you say you went to the theater in 2025?
Dude, 4?
Nah, that can't be right because we did Phoenician Scheme and Life of Chuck together.
That was
So
one trip,
that
though.
that's one trip. We did
Uh,
Frankenstein. You saw
mhm.
Marty Supreme. You saw One Battle Was at Home. Damn, did you really only go 4 times?
Weapons, I went
Weapons. So I'm
I
just
think that
saying,
literally, dude, 3 or 4 times straight up.
if you went 2 times a month with Regal Unlimited, because I guarantee you could find 2 movies a month that you would be wanting to see. Sometimes you'll go 3 times. Maybe
Dude,
you'll go
especially if
four.
it's, like if it's effectively free, like,
Dude, you're starting to make money. The way I look at it,
I'm leaving
I'm
money on the table by not
I'm
going.
I'm being paid to go to the movies.
That boy
Is kind
money.
of how I start to look at it.
Yeah.
Yo, Undead of Night is here. What's good, bro? Good to see you. We didn't talk
Butters.
about Hokum. I didn't mention that one because I didn't think Tyler would
What is
have.
that? What is
It's a
that?
horror film. It's got Adam Scott in it, and he did a movie from like 2 years ago called Oddity, which was pretty
Hmm,
cool.
hmm.
And he has another movie called Caveat, which I haven't seen, but I heard is dope. So
Hmm.
this is his third movie, horror film. I haven't
He
watched the
said interesting.
trailer. I'm gonna try not to see the trailer because it is a horror movie, and I've been trying not to do that. But I'm excited for Hokum, and I'm excited for Send Help. I'm gonna see that later this month. So, but yeah, dude, bro, I, I want you to get Regal Unlimited so bad, dude. I think it'd be
Dude,
so
it's
sweet,
like, dude, it's barely dude, Netflix is like 24.99, which
dude.
is what? What do you mean?
Dude, say that, say that,
Like,
because
what do
like,
you mean?
because like the people who complain that movie theaters are too expensive because they're like, I'll spend $60 if I take my girlfriend to the movie theater, and it's like between the popcorn and tickets, bro. Just get the fucking pass. Because if you're
Yeah,
complaining about that, you don't go to the movies that often anyway. But if and if you don't go that often, then it really shouldn't matter because it's not like you're having to do it all the time. Like you're not shelling out $60
right.
all the time.
But if you are going all
But
the time,
fucking invest. Just invest in it. It was the
yeah.
best decision I ever made
Mm,
because you don't even have to think about it. I don't
mhm.
pay. You know what I mean? I don't even think about it.
You just walk
So
in, scan thing, get some popcorn, sit down.
yeah, I tell them I got unlimited. I stack up fucking credits. Let me see how many credits I got.
Just a Regal whale.
I got 18,000 credits right now.
Dude, can you send some to me?
I can't. But what I can do is I can redeem them. I can get a free hot dog.
Oh, you don't want to do that, man.
I get a free hot dog for 8,000 credits. I can get a free small icy for 10,000.
That's not
I can
bad.
get a,
Yeah.
I can get a free small popcorn for 9. So it's like every 1.5 trips to the theater, you're essentially just unlocking a free popcorn. I'm pretty sure you get free
That's dope.
popcorns and free sodas on your birthday.
Dude, well, I
It's just
have the app and I got like he scanned it when I did the concessions. So like I got some points or something somewhere.
oh yeah, I think you get the points even if you don't have unlimited. That's the
Yeah.
other thing. I
Yeah.
forgot about that because it's been so long since I haven't had unlimited.
Yeah.
But dude, yeah, I'm just saying because then you would effectively be going. Maybe some months you wouldn't go twice, but you could be hitting 24 trips to a theater in a year.
That'd be kind of sick.
It
Dude,
would be cool, man.
it was a really nice theater. It was really cool.
And it's just a fun time, man. Going to the theater alone is like my favorite fucking thing, to the point where I almost don't enjoy going with other people anymore. Like,
You don't got to worry about like I'm enjoying this, but is this person that I'm with, are they enjoying it right now?
it can kind of
Like,
color your experience a little bit, man. It can. And like you just kind of go, and you're sitting by yourself. I sit in the very back, so I'm just by myself. Usually there's like in some of the theaters there's like a railing I can put my feet on. I got my hoodie on, just mad fucking cozy. I got my peanut M&Ms. I got my water. Got my popcorn. This is the best, and I want that for you. That's why I keep harping on this. I want that for you. But I'm gonna drop it now.
And then when you come up, if we both get the pass, then we just go see a free movie, effectively,
dude. And then I'm not spending fucking, what is it in Angelica, like 25 beans?
Yeah. Oh, true.
Just not that I mind it, because I'm in New York and it's like, fuck it, I'm spending $24 to walk down the street, but
literally
I don't care because I'm in New York. But if I have that Regal Unlimited, that's just even more value. So and I kind of want to see this theater too next time I go up.
Cool. It's a cool theater. It's nice. Yeah,
I'm down to go there. All right, we're getting close to 3 fucking hours.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I kept you longer than you wanted to.
No, dude,
nice.
Dude, this year's gonna be sick. I'm excited.
Dude, yeah, we got a lot going on, man. Fuck it, I'll just say for the people we have in here, there's not a ton, but I'm starting a second channel. It's gonna be about video games. I'm gonna continue to do Tales from the Shelf. That's not going anywhere. But I'm very excited to talk about horror video games. It's not something I can really do on this channel, so I'm really excited to kind of see how that does on its own without any kind of outside influence. I'm not really going to promote the game channel, at least not for a while, like on Tales from the Shelf. I kind of want to just throw it out there and just kind of see how it does. Because I think the support that I would get if I did promote it would be kind of minimal at best anyway. Not to say that I don't have really cool people who watch me and stuff, but like I wouldn't be getting like thousands of views by posting it on, my community tab or whatever, right? So yeah, I'm excited at the idea of just kind of seeing what it does, because my algorithm on this channel is fucked. I don't know what I did. I think I just made too many physical media videos because those are all that really get views. And I'm kind of done making them. So it's been frustrating too. Because like, I think my Black Christmas video is like one of the best ones I've made in a while. And just straight up did like 150. Which is just disappointing because it's like,
I'm sorry to see it, man. Yeah.
Because it's like I did Blair Witch, and like that's a pretty evergreen movie, so like okay, fine, that's like a fluke. Did the Halloween video, has very similar views to Blair Witch. The Misery video, not far behind. So there's a precedent for me to kind of hit those, and I'd be happy with 1,000 on Black Christmas, but like we didn't get anywhere close to that. So it's like I'm just like, why isn't this kind of, and furthermore, why do videos get a lot of views and then stop? Like they kind of reach a point, and then it just kind of dries up. Videos that should be evergreen, like you can go back to Misery and watch that at any time. So
I think it's good to like experiment with the new stuff and just kind of like reset and see how that is. Yeah,
that's the thing, right? Is it's a chance for a reset and to kind of try to plug myself into a different algorithm that's very focused, because all I'm gonna do is talk about horror video games, and there won't be, because that's the thing, right? I've done like rankings, I've done video essays, I've done physical media videos on this channel, and they all just kind of get mixed up, and then the algorithm decides that these ones do well, these ones don't. So I don't know how to fix that. I'm just gonna stop posting physical media videos. Not because I don't even really have that much desire to anymore. I feel like I've actually said all I need to say on that subject. I don't be buying physical media like that anymore. So still gonna continue to collect them. Like I'm gonna buy One Battle when that comes out.
You should cop that Boogie Nights 4K, whatever it was.
Dude, yeah, I think there's actually a sale going on. On Dead of Night. Perkins video. Oh, the Keeper video. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm gonna continue to review new movies too, but I'm gonna do new movie reviews for the ones that I feel compelled to do, and then I'm gonna do like back catalog, like classic, horror stuff. So I appreciate you watching, man. You're the man. Undead of Night's been around for a minute. He's always watching and commenting. Your opinion does matter, Miss Bunny Girl. And I'm glad you think that, because that's what I plan on doing. Those are the videos I like making. They're the ones where I feel like I'm actually contributing something. So yeah, that's it. That's it for us tonight, guys. I've kept Tyler here for a minute.
I'm here, dude.
I know I'm kind of tired too, so we've been talking for a lot. But this was a great show. This was the first live of 2026, so I feel like it's appropriate.
Oh, shit.
I feel like it's appropriate that we get a lot out there. We had a lot to talk about. Dude, we spent like a solid hour and 15 on just these two movies.
Dude, yeah. Good. They warranted it.
So
thank you everybody for pulling up.
Yeah, thank you for everyone for coming. We'll be back again in two weeks from today, right?
Snowy horror show. Yeah.
Snowy horror. So yeah, we're gonna talk about some snowy horror films. Eli, thank you for being here, bro.
Thanks for hanging out, Eli.
Yeah, so 2 weeks from now, Tyler and I are going to get together. We're going to talk about our favorite snowy horror films. So you can imagine the kinds of movies we'll be watching. Dude, have you seen The Thing?
Yeah, I saw it in theaters, dude.
Okay. All right. I couldn't remember if that was one of the movies on your assigned sort of homework.
No, I should rewatch it, though. I'll try to rewatch it by time.
Yeah, if you have time. If you have time. But you've already seen it.
Dude, The Thing is sick.
The Thing is dope. So yeah, you guys can imagine we're going to be talking about Misery, we're going to be talking about The Shining, and then some other ones that you might not expect. So yeah, join us again 2 weeks from now. And until then, I hope you guys all have a great night. Take care and watch more movies, guys.